minimum damage.
Creature you can see attacks a target other than you. Fighting fever. You can use your reaction to impose disadvantage. Oh, he must be wielding the shield. The other one down here that was kind of interesting to me was protection, but I have to be wielding a shield, and I'm not a shield guy.
That's the one that I have.
Yeah, you have protection, right? Is it a 5-foot radius of you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And
I would go one of the ones that's useful.
But it's not. So far, I have not been able to fully institutionalize it correctly or do it right. So I can't really confirm that I'm doing it correctly or if it's going to work out for me in the end.
What do you mean? 2-weapon fighting?
Yeah.
Like, if you want to use 2 longswords, you would need to, like, get to level 4 and then take the feat instead of stats. And you could do that. You could be like, I'm going to eventually use 2 longswords. But I feel like you're going for, like, the samurai feel, where you use a weapon that can be used in one or both hands, and you use it in 2 hands most of the time, but you have the versatility. If you're going for that, I would go with great weapon fighting or dueling.
Great weapon fighting would probably be more his style, because I want to eventually get, there's the sword that he's looking for is a 2-handed blade, but it's a versatile, like, longsword, 2-handed sword kind of thing. But I want to leave up the option. I don't want him to just be a one-trick weapon pony. I want him to have a multitude of various weapons for various situations.
Well,
like,
great weapon fighting would basically let you use
other weapons.
any weapon. Like, any weapon you use in 2 hands uses great weapon fighting. So that's a lot of weapons. That's spears, axes, great swords, hammers. It's a lot of weapons. Dueling is more. You can use almost any one-handed weapon with dueling. But 2-weapon fighting basically means if you're not using 2 weapons, you're just not getting any bonus.
Then in that case, I probably will go great weapon fighting. Yeah, if I can make that switch, because apparently I'm just not doing it the right way, and it's not really going towards the character that I built or how he's designed to go, so I must have...
All right. Then yes, you can change that. Go for it.
Freed has saw the error of his ways from having to be with 2 weapons, and he's decided, nope, fuck that shit, I'm gonna go back and go the way my master taught me. So he's no longer going 2-weapon.
Alright.
There's the game answer for you. So I'll switch great weapon for you. Okay. So
yeah, I'm sorry
about
that. It was just a thing.
That's fine. Let us continue.
So going back, he's still making a swing.
Yeah, makes sense.
So my swinging the sword, yes, that's it. It's the windmill longsword. Skadoosh. Oh, sweet. Okay, I'll take that.
You missed. No, I'm kidding. You absolutely did. Go for it. Go ahead.
Like, holy shit! What kind of rats are these?
These are
amazing rats and Nim?
Amazeball rat. Amazeballs rat. Go ahead and roll damage.
Well, bam, and that's one-handed for right now because it's a surprise, so he doesn't get the chance to grab 2 hands. Which is.
By the way, you can program that in.
Do what? The damage?
Freed. Yeah, you're using which one? The windmill longsword?
Yeah.
Whoops. Alright, ignore that second one. I fucked up by accident.
Oh, shit, yeah, and you're... Sorry, watching you go to the character sheet's weird. All of a sudden I look up and it's changed. I'm like, wait, how did that get there?
I'm trying to show you something. So you see how you have damage 1? Or damage set to 1d8 plus strength plus 2?
Yes.
Why do you have it set to plus 2?
Because I think that was originally his proficiency was plus 2, I guess, or something. But I think we went back and said that he doesn't get proficiency for damage.
Yeah, proficiency isn't added for damage. So I'll just change that back.
One of the weapons I haven't fixed yet.
That's fine. The second thing, though, is if you want to, you can also check off damage 2, add 1d6 for when you're hitting with strength, for when you're hitting without, for when you're hitting one-handed. And now, if we close that, if we click that back out, now if we click on Windmill Longsword, now you're free to ignore the roll because well, whatever, you already hit, right? So we know you hit. So now, if you look at the chat feed, right? You see where it says Windmill Longsword? Yeah, you just click on Windmill Longsword and it'll roll your damage for you.
shit. I didn't know that.
There you go.
I
So
have
the
it to
first
auto
one.
roll.
Huh.
Yeah, I know.
I like your first one better. Use it.
Yeah, the 9. No, yeah, definitely. And that's 1d8 plus 2 for
No,
strength.
no, well. Okay, remember though, that the first one is not going to be the first one. Is 1d8 plus 2, which you don't have because remember the 1d8 is for your
No, it's
when you're
one-handed.
when you're handing it two-handed. The
No, it's 1d10. 1d10 is two-handed. 1d8
Oh,
is one-handed.
well then.
Yeah, that 9
Well-
is proper damage.
All right, then yeah, that's fine. But all right, well then if you go back to your character sheet, back to Windmill Longsword, and change that second damage type to 1d10, and now be done with it. Click on that, and then go there. So now when you click on it, it'll roll the 1d10. It'll roll the 1d8 and the 1d10. So now that was a real shit roll. But now it'll roll the 1d8. Oh. Whatever. It'll roll the right damage. Is all I'm trying to. Well, I think. Anyway, let me just make sure I didn't. Oh, I totally did fuck something up. 1d8 plus strength. Your second damage is 1d10 plus strength. There we go. Both slashing. And on crit, well, on crit would just be 8. So whatever, we'll just leave that blank because max damage. Okay, cool. And that's how you fix the windmill, and now works. Okay, yeah, now that's a lot of damage. That is true. Okay, so you dealt 9 damage. We're going with the original roll there. You did deal 9 damage to this thing, which is good because that hurt it a lot.
Can I take my bonus action to jump back after the attack?
It's not really a bonus act. You can only take a bonus action if one of your abilities gives it to you.
Although you should still have movement left.
I was about to say you have movement. I told you have
he's gonna
28
jump back a couple feet. So
You have
he's gonna
28
jump
feet
back
of
a couple
movement.
spaces.
If you jump back a couple of spaces, the rats will have an attack of opportunity against you because you will be exiting their threatened square, their threatened space.
Even after the attack?
Well, they would be using their bonus action that they have this round because they didn't take a bonus action yet. They'd be using that to attack you with an attack of opportunity.
No, I'll leave it.
You're gonna stay where you are, or you're gonna jump back?
You know what? Yeah. He's either way. He's gonna hit the ground because he's still. This is a shock. He was surprised. He's gonna hit the ground, does some damage, and then he's gonna jump back a couple feet.
Okay, so you use your movement to move back a couple of feet. How many feet, by the way?
Just 10
5.
or 5 or 10, just a couple spaces to get out of the way.
So you jot back about 10 feet, about 10 feet away from things. All right. They are going to get, of course, their attack from opportunity because reasons. Well, because you exited their threatened square, and that's why.
Sorry, I'm imagining like the ROUSs from Princess Bride. These rats just came exploding out of the stage. They're gigantic, and they're reaching for me.
They are they're tiny, but good references. Does an 18 hits because you have 15.
Yeah.
So the rats manage to bite you as you jump back from their threatened square, and they deal a nice solid 4 damage of slashing, or piercing rather. Okay, Solus, your go.
Solus walks up to the rats, and he smashes them with his hammer.
Okay, go for it.
21 to hit, 6 damage. If the 21 hits.
Oh, fuck yeah, it hits. Yeah, all right. So 6 bludgeoning damage. Yes, okay.
The rats explode.
Hurt them yet again. Most of the rats are now dead. You notice that most of them are now dead. They were a larger group, and you've killed more than half of them.
All right. Turn over.
No, yeah, he's gonna wait. I'm waiting.
Question. What's the material around the rats? Are we talking like this is a woodshed and a bunch of wood, or are we talking like stone?
Around the rat, well,
Like on the ground, in the walls.
While the streets are cobblestone, wet cobblestone, the area around this shed is not exactly quicksand damp, but fairly damp mud. All right.
And the walls?
The walls of the shed are made of wood.
Okay, in that case, Leon's gonna go with magic missile.
All right. Well, I was about to say you can go ahead and burn it or do whatever you want.
That's...
All right.
Okay.
And you throw darts at it, which literally all 3 of your darts go for all the remaining rats and pummel their faces, and the rat swarm is now dead. So we can continue with narrative gameplay, because holy fucking shit, that was unnecessary. All right, way to open the door. Way to open the door, Freed. Okay.
Certainly open the door to those rats.
All right, give me a second, guys. So you guys are right outside the death house still, and I will be right back. Let's switch over to... I'm going to go see what those other 2 are up to, because they just chatted me, and god damn it, I really hope they're not doing anything dumb.
Wait.
So, I wonder if I'm the only one thinking this, but probably the cat girl's probably thinking it too. I kind of want to see if these rats are diseased or nasty, because if they're like, good, healthy rats, shit, smoke that shit on a fire.
We are literally in the middle of a town with people in it.
Yeah, no, and Leona does not like rats.
What kind of cat doesn't like rats?
A human one?
Who's human? None of us here are human. I'm a demon. You're a cat.
Solus is Crystal. Hilariously what are you talking about?
Solus is a walking chandelier.
I don't remember turning into metal last time I checked.
Don't remember what?
I said I don't remember turning into a metal fixture of light last time I checked.
No, but you sure sparkled like one earlier.
Solus' helmet is off, so you guys can see that that's not even a thing that he's doing anymore.
How'd you do that anyways?
How'd I do what?
No, shh, I've got the perfect plan. Shush.
Plan for what?
You don't need to know.
You know your schemings are eventually going to get you in more trouble than they already have. You know that, right? You've almost died multiple times while stealing and investigating and curiositying.
Are you saying curiosity is wrong?
I'm saying it's quite literally, and hear me out, killed the cat twice. Twice.
That's lack of care, Solus, not curiosity.
I'm just saying. There's a proverb about this for a reason. And you're a cat, so it's like a pun.
Oh god.
The lack of every player not thinking that was kind of funny makes me sad. Just, you're all lost. Or at least, hating me for making the joke.
Yeah, no, Leona's not gonna throw the book at you after rats. She's still getting, she's still recovering from rats!
Yeah, she has to find out if it's illegal first, then she'll throw the book at you. One of these days, I'm actually gonna kill Leona with a joke.
I'm sad that no one was like, oh yes, curiosity literally killed the cat. I see. That was perfect. That was the perfect dad joke pun.
Well, I came in at the tail end, so I didn't.
Oh, you missed the part where Solus was telling her that she should stop being so curious, because it's literally killed the cat twice.
I would say bring that up.
What happened to it?
He said it. He said it to her just now.
I accidentally closed the window. Whoops.
Oh, it was you who took off. I was trying to figure out. Oh, there she is. And she's back. Yay!
Anywho. Leona's currently giving you a look. She's just...
Did you give me a look?
No, Solus.
Oh. Well, anyway, Freed turns to Solus and Leona and says, "The kids aren't in the shed."
Well, I'm still pretty sure there weren't kids to begin with, except for the ghosts. So...
They could have been imprints of the kids. I mean, the fog was doing a pretty good job at preserving everything that wasn't on the third floor.
But if they... What do you mean, imprints? Like, spirit imprints? Like, clones? I don't even think that's a word in the parlance of this time, so like, clones.
I think she's talking about it being a false image, a mirage kind of thing.
That's what I'm saying.
But like, not because it's just trying to make false images, but because it's trying to recreate the house. And
I mean,
it had
then
gotten
it'd still be gone.
But it had gotten the kids while it was taking the image of the house, which would have given the fog something to recreate. Which, it wasn't malicious, it was just recreating what it knew.
Well, I mean, or, alternate theory, the fog was evil, and it used evil machinations and lies to get us to go into the house so that we would be eaten by a dark demon.
There weren't even lies. There was an actual baby.
Well, not actual, like a spirit baby.
I mean, it was...
Actually, I'm not even sure if it was that far. Because
I mean, it was dead, but the kids clearly didn't know. It was 300 years after the last time they were in the house.
Guys.
Well, the actual kids do.
Guys. The baby was stillborn. Do you remember the letter?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Baby never came into this world alive.
Yeah, so there was no baby. They lied to us. The real
Hey,
kids
guys.
probably wouldn't even have known about that.
Truth.
They may not have known about it.
Yeah, period. Like, at all.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure you know when someone's pregnant, Solus.
Well, I mean, they might have known about that, but they probably got lied to.
What do you mean? What is pregnant? I thought it was a stork.
How
You
do
know,
you
I'll be
not
honest.
know about that?
I don't
I'm
even
sorry.
know if you're fucking...
I can't help it.
You're like
I'm sorry.
Okay, so here
When
we
a mommy
go.
tiefling and a daddy tiefling love each other very much. One of them builds a garage and one of them buys a car.
What?
No, one of them builds a shed. The other one fills it with tiny rats. All right, so
Wait, what's
you
a
walk back
car?
out onto the- You walk back out onto the cobblestone street. It is damp.
Wait, no, you
Every-
haven't told us what's in the shed.
Fuckers, it's nothing. No,
nothing.
you look in the shed. It is devoid of anything useful. Old rusty
What is that?
tools.
It's empty.
and-
It's nothing.
Aw.
Old rusty tools and nothing decent. So, ignoring that unimportant thing, you walk back out onto the slick cobblestone streets, and you are immediately greeted again by the darkness of windows, the scratch marks on clawing at houses, the...
Solus
Oh.
walks up to a house that looks like it has residents and knocks on the door.
All right.
Leona would like to check out scratch marks.
Because why the fuck not?
Free's just sitting in the middle of the street, relaxing.
And then he's going to use his rustic hospitality feature.
Oh dear Lord God. You hear, as you approach the door, you hear low, muffled whispers from within. You knock on the door, and the muttering shunts to a halt. There is no further response.
Hmm.
It's
You know, he says into the door, like loud enough that the person inside, inside can hear him. There's no reason to be scared. I'm only a traveling priest. Well, paladin. I just want to know what's going on. I appear to be lost. This is not the town I was in a moment ago. Trapped in some
Solus,
fog.
they're scratch marks. They think
What
we're
do you-
werewolves.
I am not a werewolf. I'm wearing plate armor. How would I be a werewolf?
You know
If I
what?
was a werewolf, I would be naked.
You know
I'd be
what?
like a wolf.
Stand right there. Werewolves are hurt by silver, right?
Do not stab me with silver. That I would still be
I'm not
stabbed.
going to stab you! I'm going to brush your hair! And I'm gonna pull out the silver hairbrush.
I don't think that's how that works.
She's just gonna start brushing his hair anyway.
Stop that. He like waves you off. Stop.
Hey, shiny hair gets shiny brush.
I'll tell you what, Celis, you got a better idea?
No, stop. Okay.
I heard a
All
no,
right.
so she wins.
Stop scaring these people by being weird. I'm just trying to be nice.
Yeah, you say going up to a house and declaring there is nothing to be scared of.
I mean,
Lol.
that's how you talk to people. You reassure them that there is nothing to be afraid of. Okay, I don't know if you've actually like dealt with trauma victims before, but like, that's the first thing you do every time.
Because
You reassure
someone
them.
to be afraid of wouldn't say they're not someone to be afraid of.
No, they literally do. That's literally what you do. People who are in shock need to be told there's nothing to be afraid of.
By someone
Like,
they
are you
trust.
doing anything, like,
Freed is
else?
just sitting in the street, just watching.
Why are you?
Just sitting
You're
there,
not helping my
he's
cause.
rubbing the side of his temple, he's pinching his nose, just going, Jesus Christ.
Well, clearly these people aren't gonna let us in now because you've scared them.
Alright, you know what? Hang on. Freed is gonna do something
Don't
real
you
quick.
walk up, you look like a monster! Like, no offense, I'm cool with it, but I don't
Hey!
even know what I
Hey!
look
No!
like!
No! You do not get to insult Freed like that!
I'm not! I'm saying they're definitely gonna close the door in his face!
Oh, sure! They're gonna close the door on the face of someone who's not even human, so he couldn't be a werewolf.
That's not how that works! He could definitely still be a werewolf! Alright, I don't actually know that, but I'm pretty sure tieflings can be werewolves. Because it's like a disease. It's not like you're half human, so you definitely be afflicted by human diseases. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Okay, so Leona, Solas, you cannot argue any further as rumbling, slight rumbling catches your feet, and a booming voice appears from nowhere, screeching or shouting out, "You are in no danger! We have come to rescue you!" The voice sounds exactly like that of your friend Freed, who is standing in the middle of the street, seeming to shout to the heavens.
Alright. I'll be honest. You're not supposed to shout it. You're supposed to say it in a calm, confident, well-meaning tone. You're an asshole.
Okay, now this is Leo's gonna take her hand, put it on Solus's shoulder, and then
Solus
say
is gonna, like,
in a
walk
calm,
away.
confident tone, "You're an asshole."
Bye. As you walk, as you begin to walk, you see a sign, just not a sign, more like a flyer, just a piece of paper, stuck to one of the sides of the houses. It reads, "Tired, long journey ahead. Visit the Blood of the Vine Tavern. Fine food, fancy dress, not required, in parentheses, not required, and wonderful liquor."
So, who wants to go to a vampire hotel?
The sign seems incredibly... Oh, did I say paper? I meant a wooden sign. The wooden sign seems incredibly old, tattered, broken, and scratched to all hell. But it does say the name of the Blood of the Vine Tavern.
So this is going to again try and use his resting hospitality feat, which does this. It has a thing. It does a thing. I was trying to do it, and everyone interrupted me from doing it.
I understand, but it's okay. You walk up to another house that seems like it has inhabitants. While the lights still are off, you walk up, and even before you start knocking on the door, these muttering you can hear under their breath simply fades to nothing as you knock on the door. And yeah, nothing really happens.
but I'm so pretty and also the best at talking.
You would
You
have
didn't
been,
let me fucking get a roll. Fuck you guys.
you would have
Outta
been
here.
prettier
Fuck
if
you
you'd let
guys.
me brush your hair with this shiny hairbrush.
Why do you want to brush my hair?
Because it's silver.
Like, I get
and
that
it's
it's like really nice, but still.
werewolves don't like silver. The brush is silver. It's a non-violent way to show, hey, she's gonna put her hand on the bristle of the brush. I'm not affected by silver. I should be okay.
Fine. He then puts his hand in front of the like window, and then takes like he puts his hand up for the brush.
Okay.
Like he's like, give it to me. Do you give it to Solus?
Yeah, she'll let Solus take it.
Yeah, and then he
Alright.
like grips the part, like where the brush part, until
Yeah.
like he bleeds.
Dude,
Nice. Good. So you've
But, like
bled all over.
not
the...
no, not like all the time, not all over the place.
No, I
He
know,
just
but
like
a little
cuts
bit.
himself and then like shows that it's like only as painful as like that would be. I'm not like a werewolf or a monster or something. Hello?
All right. Yeah, there is absolutely
People are just
no
no
response.
trust. Just so untrusting. It's kind of a joke.
well, I mean, if you've got a werewolf problem.
I mean, I think they have more than a werewolf problem. This seems a lot more like they have an everyone problem.
From the window, you hear softly, "Not into the masochist club. Leave." No, I'm kidding. You don't hear anything.
Alright, shall we try this vampire tavern? She's gonna take the
Well,
brush
yes,
back.
let's go try the obviously not a trap tavern. I like it.
Okay, so where is it?
Freed, you in on this too?
Yeah, Freed's just falling behind.
All right.
Oh, also, sorry for like saying that you look like a monster. I think you're cool, but definitely scared village folk gonna get more scared by the whole horns thing.
And Leona's just like going, ugh.
What? What's the? Oh, how could I apologize any
Okay.
more clearly?
Just before we start on this, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know. You guys start heading to the main road. You make a left or a right. Pick one.
I don't know where we are. Quite
So let's
frankly.
just-
Right
That's
over.
right. That's right.
Hold on. Shh. Let me show you. You are all right there.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
heading this way.
Yeah. Are you making a left or a right?
Freed walks past them because they're arguing and just turns right.
Yeah, Solus
Turn
would have just
right
went
at-
right
in
as
this
like, he was
direction?
walking. Yeah, we both go
yes.
right.
You both get. You reach the end of the village. You
Yeah.
turn back.
Oh,
And start going left.
yeah, basically.
Excellent. All right. Eventually, you wind up over here with a sign out the door that says blood of the Vife Tavern. Though close inspection of the sign reveals that the F in Vife had been scratched on violently, and instead, the original sign read "Blood of the Vine Tavern."
Is this like a pun? Like a blood of your wife? Like a
Oh,
A
God.
single shaft of light thrusts illumination into the main square, its brightness looking like a solid pillar in the heavy fog. Above the gaping doorway, a sign hangs precariously askew, proclaiming this to be the Blood on the Vine Tavern. About 60 square feet inside. Good shit.
More fog?
Okay. Oh, don't worry. No. There is thick fog, but it's not. It's just regular. Like you're just in regular.
Yeah, no,
fog.
that was in
magical
character.
fog.
Yeah, you're not. Oh, all right. I see. Okay, so I'm assuming you all proceed into the thing.
Yeah,
Yes or
Solus
no?
walks in first.
And
Okay,
Leona's gonna start getting closer to Freed, because...
Perfect. Oh yeah, Freed, you walk in too.
Yeah. I walk in after Solus.
Beautiful. Inside, you see a blazing fire in the hearth, giving scant warmth to the few huddled souls within, including a barkeep, three interesting individuals dressed in tattered, old, ratty, but admittedly very colorful clothing, as well as a man sitting in the back, as well as 2 individuals, some female tiefling you don't recognize, and Bran.
Bran! She's just gonna perk up and then tackle hug Bran.
Well, I currently am eating a cheeseburger. So
They're sitting behind it. They're sitting behind a table together.
Yeah, no, she will tackle hug. Does not matter the obstacle.
So basically, Leona flies over the table, flies over the floor, and smashes into Grant's face. Is that right?
While I'm trying to take a bite of something, I am just flown out of my chair by this tackle line.
Bailey
Yelling as I'm flown into the floor.
Bailey just grabs his burger in midair, saves most of it. Some condiments fall out, but she's just staring at it like, just happened.
Excellent. Wonderful. This is beautiful. Now, if you will all excuse me for about 20 to 30 minutes, I do apologize, but I have to go pick up a book. I will be right back. I do genuinely apologize. What?
You better book it, man.
I will.
That was good.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
Play running
yeah,
into
got-
enemies the entire time.
Should we maybe sit down somewhere safe so we can talk while you're getting your
Sure.
book?
You guys can sit. You guys can chill in the tavern. It is, for all you guys know, nothing is trying to kill you in there, at least actively. While I'm gone, all NPC interaction is obviously not available, except for the barkeep, who will reluctantly serve you stuff, except for Bran and Valine, who he will basically serve one of anything. Basically, he will give Bran and Valine one additional free handout. Everything else he will reluctantly serve to all of you, give you not much information, and ask for the appropriate coinage. I will see you all in just a little while. I will be back as soon as
How
possible.
much gold do I have? Can I just add a spare amount?
Oh man, for a second I thought he was gonna say that Freed and Valine, who he just won't serve, and then I was gonna be like, I punch him.
No, not at that. All right, I'll be back in a bit.
Can I add gold?
What? What kind of gold?
I don't know. Can she have some money?
That should have been set up in your character starting information. But yeah, yes, every character starts with a little bit of money.
Yeah,
just
because I didn't know where to put that.
that's fine. Just consult us, Vinny, if you could help him figure out his starting gold real quick. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
All right, what's your background, my dude?
What I told May was she's basically trying
No. Mechanically, what's your background? When you make your character, one of the choices you have to make, like class or race, is background. It gives you a feat and also your starting equipment.
Sorceress.
Sorceress is your class.
Tiefling?
That's your race.
I'm lost.
Okay, so you don't have, clearly, based on your answer, you haven't picked one, which is fine. We can do that right now. Tell me your backstory, and I'll find the one that's closest.
Wait, are you talking about like thieves and stuff?
No, I'm talking. Okay, so when you make your character, there are 3 things you pick:
Yes.
race, which you did;
Uh-huh.
class, which you did;
Uh-huh.
and background, which you didn't do.
I used the character mancer, so let me take a look at it.
I don't know how character mancer works. I'll be honest. I just make my characters because I know how to make them.
Same.
Well,
didn't really
then
use
what's
character
yours so I can get the general idea of it?
Well, there's like a list. I could send you a list if you want.
Yes, please, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to botch this up.
Meanwhile, tackle hugs. And
Meanwhile,
bonded
at the
hugs.
Hall of Justice.
Leo's like, you're alive!
I feel like Bailey would go, he's not going to be alive if you keep choking him like that.
Now Leona will let go.
If you scroll down on that page, it'll bring you a list of all of the, like, in-book backgrounds.
Okay.
Just pick the one that seems the most like what you want. Doesn't have to be exact. It just has to be something similar to what your character was doing before they were an adventurer.
And you're alive. I was so worried that what happened? What happened when I was asleep?
You missed it. Curiosity killed the cat twice. Then Freed got messed up by a bunch of zombies one time, and then he also what was the second time where you almost died? I'm trying.
Spikes were first.
Oh yes, you fell into a pit of spikes and then got impaled, and I had to go into the pit, pick you up, pull you out, and then heal you.
I just want to see Valian's reaction to hearing that.
Oh, there was one right through his chest. It was pretty vicious.
Freed looks down and notices he is actually covered in holes in his shirt and coat.
I can fix that for you if you want.
You can
Well,
sew.
the armor, not the clothing. I don't got that.
Aw.
Yeah, I don't really know how to sew, but I can definitely put armor back together.
Valen's half smile from the incident turns to a frown as she just stares at Bran and is like, "You got impaled multiple times, drew the chest, and didn't die."
Well, that's inaccurate. He definitely died. Well, kind of. Got really close.
Oh!
Welcome. These are my friends. I'm sure they'll be glad to meet them.
If I wasn't a paladin of Palor, he would be definitely dead, is what I'm trying to say, yes.
Oh, and he's shiny!
She just turns to Bran and just stares at him like the excitement from before is gone. She's just like, these are your friends.
Yeah.
You're their friend. You are still alive.
Because of them.
I never died. I never even got... Well, I mean, that's not true. When we were fighting the demon, I definitely got pretty close to dying.
The trash was some pretty nasty stuff.
Yeah, the sludge demon was pretty scary.
I was wondering because C-3PO wouldn't open the trash compactor doors.
One moment.
I'm sorry, I couldn't open it. Out of character moment.
I've got a pretty neat outfit, though, from it. And she's just gonna take the black hat that she got and spin it around and put it back on her head.
Like an actual cat on her head.
No, I've got a hat. H-A-T.
Oh.
Leona's got a black cloak and a black top hat.
Yeah, that was... We did that long before the whole I fall unconscious thing.
Mm-hmm.
I knew, and I was there when you found it.
But Valine wasn't.
True. You're talking to Valen, yeah.
So, I don't know your name, person. What's up? How's you?
Yeesh, and people say I'm the socially awkward one.
I'm trying to be nice here. Leave me alone.
It's Valine.
There we go. So, Valine, what's your jam? Also, do you know where we are? Because I am lost.
Well, I mean, I was just talking with Brand about this. Safe to say, we're all lost. We're all lost. Yeah. So she just stops and stares back at Brand like she's 1 moment.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm usually lost.
I brush the things off and get back up and sit down to continue the remnants of my meal. Well, facing the rest of them, of course.
Do you think this place has any pie?
You should ask.
Yeah, but I wouldn't know how much it costs, so we gotta wait for Min to come back.
That's true.
Well, since we're waiting on Min to come back, Freed's gonna pop a squat in one of his chairs. He's gonna pull out a water bag, pop the cork, and take a swig. Because he's done. He's not going anywhere else for the rest of the day. And I am even gonna roll this to see what happens, just for curiosity. This is mostly because I know Min's not here, but I'm still gonna roll it just for fun. Where is it? Where's my?
You gotta have a little bit of randomization with these things.
Sweet. All right, so he downs it, and it doesn't look like anything. I'm gonna hand the water bag to you, Leona.
Hey, can I say thief as a background?
Do what?
There's one like that. It's called Scoundrel.
Yeah, because I'm trying to look at the character mancer because I'm on mobile. It's breaking. But I'm pretty sure that was what I chose beforehand. Thief.
It's
That's
not
class.
It's not called thief. It's criminal.
In the character mancer?
I don't think
I don't know
the
if it's
character
in
mancer does backgrounds.
Yeah, but like backgrounds are a thing.
No, I'm looking
Do you
at
have
right
the
now.
handbook, Baleen?
Do I have what?
The handbook.
I may have asked wrong.
There should be a chapter 4 background.
I know. I sent him the page in the wiki for it.
Oh, is he reading it?
I don't know.
Leo's just gonna sniff the file.
The closest
I'm
thing
just
to thief is criminal.
I'm gonna go with that until I can get on a desktop and fix everything up again. So yeah, let's just say that. So,
Criminal
how
gives
much-
you proficiency in deception and stealth. You have 15 gold, if that's what you're wondering.
Okay, that was.
And you also have a crowbar.
I thought it was a quarterstaff, the sorcerer.
No, just as a thief, you also have a crowbar.
Oh, nice.
You are the freeman.
You also are proficient in thieves' tools, and you have a set of thieves' tools.
Yep, I got those.
You are proficient in deception and stealth, if you aren't already.
I should be.
You have the freeman's crowbar.
And you get the feature criminal contact. You have a reliable and trustworthy contact who acts as your liaison to a network of other criminals. This is not useful because we are in another dimension, so you don't have a
Freed
feat.
has not known that yet.
Alright.
So.
But most importantly, I
yes, but
have
like
15 gold on me.
player to player, it's not useful because we're in another dimension.
Again,
Alright, but
Freed does not know this,
but
so
again-
that train wreck is about to happen eventually. Trust
Yeah,
me, it's gonna be epic.
I have not made the connection either, definitely.
What? That Valine is a thief?
No, that
That
we're
we're-
trapped in an alternate dimension, not...
What
Yeah.
alignment is Valine?
Hamburger.
She's in the hamburger, Valine. She's the hamburglers. Protege.
Probably chaotic something if she's a thief.
Probably chaotic neutral. Unless you're like a bad person. Are you evil?
By the way, Leona, as Freed drinks from his water jug or his water bag, he hands it to you.
She's gonna look at him and go, "You know I can't fill this till tomorrow, right?"
No, it's to check your drink.
Why?
Because I'm offering it to you, and I don't normally do that.
Yeah, but I don't normally eat things I haven't identified first. I've got food
Okay.
issues.
You were talking to me about being rude. And now someone is offering you and then saying that they don't usually do that, meaning he's clearly treats you as a friend, and then you are just like throwing it in his face and saying it's probably poison.
Hey, I have
Man,
food issues,
that's rude.
dude.
That's rude, my dude. That's real rude.
Freed hands the bag to Solus.
Solus is like, I see where you're going, and he drinks it.
Roll a Constitution.
Okay. Solus like doesn't drink, so he might fuck this up. 13.
Dude, that shit burns. That is high caliber rum.
Ow.
Like dark rum. Spiced rum.
Like if it hurts, Solus doesn't even look like it hurt. Like it might have hurt him a lot, but
It burns going down.
he smiles and he's just like, "What the fuck was that?"
That is some of my, I want to say my family's, my clan's prized rum.
He gives it back to you and he says, "I don't really drink, so I'm probably not gonna take more of that."
That's a fair statement, but I wanted to offer it to you for saving my life earlier.
I saved your life. Like he takes his hand out and starts counting on his hand for like effect, at least 4 times.
And this is the only bag of this rum on this side of the planet.
All right.
Oh, neat.
Corks it and puts it back in his pack.
Do you know what you would need to make more?
Do what?
Do you know what you'd need to make more?
If I see a bartender and they're willing to make the travel or send a letter, I can order some, but it would take probably a month before it got here. It's from my...
Wait, what do you mean it'll take a month?
What
do you mean it'll take a month? We're not, like, probably not near Waterdeep.
Exactly. It would not be effective. The only way I could get more is if I were to go home, or if you had some sort of replicating device.
Well, I mean, like...
Wait, you don't know the recipe? Dude, you gotta get the recipe!
I know the recipe. It takes several years in order to make.
Oh, okay.
It's aged.
So, he just suggested ordering some rum to the town they're in, right?
Yeah, you did.
Valian would interject and say, "You do realize that we're in the middle of a town, in the middle of a death fog, and that we have not been able to find a way to get out, right? So,
Yeah, that.
assuming we could somehow get a signal out into the real world, if somebody tried coming into the village, wouldn't the fog just kill them? And the
So
rum?
wait, there's death fog around the village?
I mean, when I got here,
Yeah.
it was a trail and fog was everywhere.
Wouldn't the locals know how to get through it? I mean, they have to deal with it much more consistently than we would. For all
You're
we...
just sitting over there being all
I'm sorry,
uninclusive and
Kitty
shady. We haven't tried talking to him
girl?
yet.
Kitty girl, what's your name?
Leona.
Leona. The people inside this bar, you guys, and them, are the only people I've seen since I got here. And it's been hours since I got here. Well, not hours, but I've been walking for hours.
Well, if I was like a criminal or some sort, or like a bad dude, I could have seen more people. There are definitely people in these houses. They're just scared out of their minds.
Or if you broke their windows again?
Well, I mean, that was the fake houses.
We don't know that!
I'm gonna choose to know that.
What did you guys do?
No.
They broke a window!
We were being trailed
And then
through the
another
fog.
window!
That was the death house, though. That doesn't count.
Death house.
You still broke
Well,
a window.
I call it death house. What it actually was
mansion.
a house
We're
owned by
talking about the
cultists.
mansion.
Oh, that makes sense.
And it was also cursed and animated by ghosts. You're probably saying, wow, that's really inconvenient for you. It was. I had to kill a lot of ghosts, save these guys a lot of times, him once. He points to
Bran told
Bran.
me about it. You exercise some children.
He smashed one of their hands.
Exercised. What?
What?
What are you talking about? That was the illusion children. They were fake.
They were still children who were acting like children. For all you know, they could have been full children, like full-on copies. That
Did you
felt...
find the children?
Well, no, but the fog was also gone,
Did
and
you
we were...
survive the death fog that the children in big air quotes were in?
Well, if they were copied by the fog, of course they'd be protected from the fog, because they could be in like objects.
Then they would be illusions. Then
Or-
they're not real.
Or
And the
pure
fog is
copies.
clearly the fog is clearly very evil.
You don't know that. It could have sent us to the house to help the actual children who were locked inside.
Or
hang on,
it's evil.
pause for a moment. As you guys are doing that, Freed is sitting in the back between the two of you, and he's doing hand puppets for both of you, kind of mentioning towards Valine.
Alright, evil fog, evil illusion children aside, we saved some children and got their souls off to the afterlife. So, exorcised is a word you could use, but I feel like it's inaccurate. Exorcised is more what you do to evil spirits, not spirits who are just trapped.
But you still sent them to the other plane.
Oh yes, they're off
Freed
to
them.
Elysium having a good old time.
You're
Probably.
assuming.
Solus, the word you're looking for is the word freed.
At
Yeah,
least-
That's my name.
Why are you named that?
Well, yeah, we never
Why are
quite.
you named Solus?
Because when I was born, my father said, "Ah, I finally have a son," as I was his second son before I was his first son of his marriage, and he had 2 daughters before me. So he named me after the god that he prayed to have it, which was Pelor, the god he prayed to his entire life, and he named me after his second name in another language, which is Sol. So he named me Solas, Soul Son.
Freed is again rubbing his temples and pinching his nose, just going like that was a rhetorical question.
And
Well,
time.
I gave you an answer.
Raylan is just
Oh,
looking
shit.
around them before she just. This Solus kind of likes to talk. Huh?
Well, I never said I didn't.
Well,
You
also-
haven't had time to say you didn't with the number of words coming out of your mouth.
I think technically, out of character, technically the only person who might catch on to Freed's name, the reason why his name is Freed, would be Valine because she's also a tiefling. So she would be the
Also-
only person who might catch on to that.
I don't know which one this is. Also, what was Solus asking Baleen about her name? I didn't catch that.
No, he was asking Freed about his name.
Oh, okay.
Freed did not answer. It's not that I didn't forget. I just didn't answer.
Yeah, then he just let Solus like talk on, and he got distracted.
Pretty much.
Since we have Min here now,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
what
yeah,
would
we're
the
ignoring.
what are the prices of pies while we're here?
Pies. What kind of pie do you want?
Pie flavor.
I'm defaulting to apple, but
You can ask the bartender if you wish.
Oh, and by the way, Monaco, just to catch up, Freed took a swig of his secret rum pack, or his rum water pouch. Got a 20 on it, so I'm good to go. I gave it to Solus, who has no attention to alcohol, and he rolled 13. And that's
Wait.
because he saved my life, so I gave him a swig of my rum.
Okay.
So just
Alright.
to catch up, that's all.
Okay, cool.
Also,
So
I
Solus
believe
may be
we-
slightly inebriated.
Also, I believe we figured out what my background is. I think character mentor broke on me, so we're gonna go with criminal just because and say that Baleen has 15 gold on first.
That just means that you have a bit of a darker past. You've been arrested a couple times.
Well,
I mean, she is a
you don't have to be arrested for criminal. You could just have been a criminal and never gotten caught.
again, she is a tiefling.
I
Oh,
I'm waiting for the owner to talk to the barkeep.
By the way, I'd say chaotic neutral to chaotic good? Question mark. Whoever asked,
Oh, I asked. Yeah, Solus asked.
but they wouldn't know that in character.
Oh, I was asking out of character because I was curious.
All right, just make sure. I think we're giving Min another headache.
Are we?
I need to know what you guys. No, if you guys are just talking amongst each other, like, tell me. All I need to know. I'm here. You guys are here to be your characters. So feel free to be away. I'm here for the story and the world. So if you interact with the story and or the world, that's what I need to know about.
I'm waiting for pie prices.
Yeah, we basically.
And I asked you what kind of pie. Oh, and you said apple. Okay.
Bailey
Right.
just...
And
hello.
Bailey just.
Bailey just looks at Leona as she's fidgeting before calling the bartender over, just to get it over with. Like, is this child okay?
I'm
Child
fidgeting?
okay. Holy shit.
Wait, what?
Get him.
What did Baleen say?
She said, "Is this child okay?"
Get him.
the bartender comes over and says, hello. Is there anything I can do for any of you?
Yeah, how much is pie? Specifically apple pie.
Oh,
What?
good.
Why are we laughing?
Goodness.
You guys don't have apples.
To wish that something would grow in the empty world in which we live.
Oh, okay.
So- Can no plants
Did
grow
you
on
bring
apples?
fruit? If you have brought an apple, I can create apple pie for you. But if you have not brought apples, then I am sorely disappointed for you.
What about a meat pie, like a shepherd's, like cheese and meat?
A meat pie we can do. A meat pie is different.
Get me
What
one
do
of
you want?
those.
Very well.
Like,
Just
no, wait.
one-
Get me 2 of those.
2 of those. That would be about 1. I would probably call it 1 gold for 2 of them, if you will.
He slams a gold into the guy's hand
Very well.
and says,
Very
"Wait,
well.
wait, real quick.
Yes,
Which
yes.
direction are the Dragon Tooth Mountains from here?"
Dragon Tooth Mountains. I'd have to say, why do you... Oh, jeez. Hold on one sec.
Like, it's not in this dimension, so he wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, it's not.
Really?
It's not.
Just curious.
So, the Dragon Tooth Mountains. What? Perhaps you aren't aware of where you are, but
I am not. Could you fill me in?
I would like to know too.
Wait, you don't know where you are either? Are you, directionally deficient like I am?
Bailey
I
just
just-
looks at Mal and is like,
Free
I'm
slaps his
sorry.
hand to his face on that.
what is wrong with you?
What?
He
Everyone
stands
else
in-
seems to always know where they are. Is it that bad that I kind of want to meet people who also don't know where they are half the time?
I mean,
He
none of us
stands-
know. Literally, none of us know where we are right now.
Bailey
He's-
just looks at Leona and just, but you don't say that.
He stands at the front of the table, hanging his head,
It's lonely.
shaking it slightly, looking it back up, and directed mostly at Leona, says, "Welcome, welcome to Barovia."
Where is that in correlation to literally anywhere else?
Good question.
Not
When
a
you
good
leave-
answer.
When you leave and find out, let me know. And he turns around and
Wait, you don't have a
goes
supply
off-
chain?
goes off to retrieve your meat pie.
Bailey stops him before he can leave, just
Okay.
looks at everyone else, and she reaches into her pouch before handing him over 2 gold and says, "I am so sorry. I just met these people, but looks like we're going to get along just fine." Huh?
He sorry. He politely declines your offer. He politely declines your gold, and simply replies to you, Please, please. It's fine. Nothing. If anything, this is more lively than it. A welcome change. But unfortunately, as everything, a fleeting one. You enjoy yourselves. And he walks off.
Hang on, wait. I call him to attention. I can actually get up out of the chair and walk up to him.
Okay.
And I say, hey, do you happen to have any of the good stuff in the back? Run one ex-bartender to another bartender.
We have ale. We have some wine. But beyond that, well, it's more of what you see is what we have.
All right, I will also have a shepherd's pie, and I will take a chalice of wine with that.
Very well. Chalice of wine. Would you like a just a glass, or would you like a pitcher, a bottle?
I'll take a glass. One glass of wine.
Very well. Would you like a? Very well.
Actually, you know what? I'll take the bottle too. Is it good wine, or is it like, seriously, one ex-bartender to another bartender? Is it like good, decent wine, or is it like the kind of watered down stuff you serve when people are drunk?
Not watered down.
He's trying to make a joke, kind of thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember. One more question before you go and say you hate us all. Do you know the name? And then he says it like uncomfortably loud. Baron Strahd von Zarovich.
The people in the town, the people in the tavern seem to freeze for a half second before awkwardly resuming what they were doing. The bartender responding first very carefully to Freed, saying,
Freed? That was Solus.
Yeah,
"Oh
I'd asked him a
my
question.
God, I am aware." He responds to Freed, saying, "The wine won't kill you. I'll charge you a silver for a bottle if you want."
I'll take the bottle.
Very well. 6 silver for the pie and the bottle. Now,
I toss him 7.
he takes your 7. Thank you.
I walk
As
back over
for
to the
your
table.
question,
Yeah.
yes, of course, I know that name.
Good, because
The
I
better-
honestly don't. I just need to be filled in on whatever the fuck that means. He seemed like kind of a dick in that letter I read about him in.
I don't know what you have read.
Well, it was
Well,
from
that-
him to someone, and he seemed like kind of a prick.
Perhaps tricks. Well, perhaps not. Don't. All you have to know is. Sorry. All you have to know is. This place. This place is because of that thing.
Oh, it's a thing. We're insulting him, I get it.
I will speak no insults of that thing, but I will never call him a man.
Oh, another
What
question.
about the
Let's go
Dursts?
about the thing.
Veiling turns to Solus and says, "Are you sure you want to continue with that?"
Continue with what?
Whoever's
Like no
asking-
stealth.
Like, are they sure they want to ask that next question? Because she's feeling very uncomfortable.
Oh, what about the Dursts? Well, I don't know. I think they've been dead for like 300 years, so it's probably not something this guy's gonna know about. He says that like out loud. The bartender can probably hear him.
Oh, the bartender probably hears you. He just doesn't respond or care.
See, he didn't say anything, so it's whatever.
He continues to fetch your meat pot.
That, and from what I know of this Zarovich guy, he's probably going to be an enemy of mine anyway. So if he knows that I'm around, it's probably not different.
Haven't you ever heard what's the word I'm looking for?
Are you going to go with subtlety or deception? Because I don't do either of those.
Surprise!
very well.
Surprise!
Yeah, but no. What Valen was going to say. Haven't you ever heard of what's the word? Speaking indiscretion.
No. Well, yes, but I don't do that.
That explains a lot.
That must get you in a lot of.
I don't really wish to learn. Like I said, subtlety and deception are not my game.
I mean, not all subtlety is discretion is deception. Sometimes
I know, but like I don't do those things. Like they're in the similar spheres, and I don't really go over there.
Yeah, you say that, but the ocean and the lake are in similar spheres, and so is water. Guess which ones you can drink, and guess which ones will kill ya.
There are places where they know how to turn ocean water into drinkable water. It's not like very difficult.
Freed raises his hat and goes, "Yep, I can attest to that."
But
Bran,
you don't refuse to drink drinkable water simply because ocean is in the same sphere.
Well, I mean, but you could drink ocean water, so it's fine. And also, the salt is the reason, not the water.
Bran, are you sure these are your friends?
Yes, we've saved each other's lives many times.
Are they always like this?
Yes.
I tip my hat to Valine and say, "Don't let me in with these fools. I'm just here for the money."
Hey.
Say again, I couldn't hear you.
I tip my hat up and yell across the table, "Don't let me in with these fools. I'm just here for the money. And to find what I'm looking for."
I'm trying to figure stuff out as I go, because I can't return home right now.
Well, so we're trapped in like a hellhole. That is the appropriate term.
That has
In
no
like a
food.
hellhole. Wait, what do you mean it has food? It has food?
You got a
The
meat pie?
barkeep returns and he distributes the shepherd's pie, 2 for Solus, 1 for Freed, as well as placing the bottle of wine in front of Freed. He tips his tips his head, or nods his head at you all, and then goes back to the bar to mindlessly clean
So
glasses.
I stop him to ask. So, where do you hunt to get this meat?
Hunting doesn't happen here. We get it from the farms. I don't know where, and I don't ask.
Okay, so quick question. Can you, like, not leave the town at all? Like, if I just, like, went right, when I left this place, could I not just go that way? Would I, like, die? Or get hit by fog and die? Or eaten by monsters and die?
By all means, none of us have ever tried to this time.
Wait,
All
you
right,
said
I
there
try
are...
that, like, later.
You said
I
there are
imagine, like-
farms? Who would we talk to if we wanted to investigate that?
I'm not sure. I've never been outside of the village. I don't go. I don't want to, and I don't need to.
Well, yeah, but someone must do deliveries.
So, I need to know, how do they farm any animals, anything, if they can't grow anything? Nothing
Things
grows.
grow.
Where does any food?
I mean, well, you guys said you were attacked by monsters.
Well,
Specifically-
monsters in quotes. More like ghasts
fair
and
enough.
ghouls.
Yeah,
Undead sort.
but clearly, like, those things, at least some of them came from things that were once alive, so...
Wait, guys, do your foods have any flavors? Or
Oh, Solus
they-
then, you remind Solus that he has food, and he just, like, devours it, like, both pies in, like, a minute 30.
Like,
no, but does it taste like anything?
Does my food taste like anything?
Yeah.
It is. Okay. He was asking me actually. And yes, it is. It is fairly. It is acceptably spiced. It is not particularly delicious. It's nothing to write home about, but it's far from the worst food you've had.
So it's not like Death House food?
You wouldn't know. Solus would, but
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the most flavorful, but like for some place in the middle of what I can only assume is some dark hellhole, yeah.
So you
better
mean
food than
literally the
expected.
middle of nowhere?
I mean, it's not nowhere. This is a
it
place. There's
lives
like a
in the
name.
middle of nowhere with his husband.
It is
Used to
nowhere.
Spain.
It is nowhere.
It's
Creepy stuff
Nowhere.
happens in the middle of nowhere. It's up to Courage to save his new home.
Ah, that's funny. Parallels.
I mean, we're definitely somewhere, but we don't know where here is.
Alright. Leona's gonna check her money. Right now, see that she has only the equivalent of 5 gold, and go, darn, I don't have enough.
What do
Wait,
you
what
need?
does she want?
Well, I'd like to try this spell that I had found and had played around with casting. Kinda wish I had cast it earlier. But it's called Find Familiar. I'd be able to summon an animal, and then I could talk to it telepathically.
So you're going to try and talk to a hamburger.
No, it's not like that. Okay, so let me show you. She's gonna show you her spell book, which is all written in magic. So it's absolutely useless.
If you're a sorcerer,
Wizard, but yes.
no, Valine is
Oh.
a sorcerer.
Sorceress. Yes.
Sorceress, yes, I just corrected myself. Yes, Valine is a sorcerer. If she attempted to read the spellbook of a wizard, while you could make out general concepts such as the type of magic being used, nuances and even spell effects would be all but incomprehensible.
All right.
So if you take a look at this, it's essentially a spell that would let me
Leona, your book of gibberish can't be read by anyone but you.
oh, neat. Anyway,
I mean, I probably understand part of it. I mean, there is no infinite amount of magic, it's just infinite possibilities. They all overlap, right?
Well-
I think they do.
having it open helps me organize my thoughts, okay? Anyway, I can gain the service of something called familiar, which would take the form of an animal, and that familiar might have extra information for us. Although I would have to try to figure out what I would want to summon, which it could be Fey, Fiend, or Celestial, but I don't think I want to go with Celestial.
Well, assuming that the food can be used to summon the familiar, well,
The food's
Fami-
not
the
used
part-
to summon the familiar. I just would need to get charcoal and herbs and incense.
oh, so you don't need to use anything from the food itself.
Yeah, no, I was asking about the food because I know that when we were in the deadly house with all the ghosts, the food, according to Solus, was like completely bland.
Well, I guess I feel a little better because I was worried that you'd use the food to summon something, but in case they are harvesting monsters, you might have, accidentally summoned a giant beast that lives in the fog that usually only appears when it dies.
Oh, that would be neat, especially since I could just tell it, not to eat us.
Are you sure it would listen, considering the fog tries to kill us the moment we touch it?
Well, I mean, yeah, the spell kinda puts it under my control.
Valine just stares at Leona warily before looking at the rest, like, she does know what she's doing, right?
Probably not.
Absolutely not!
Pie. Solus finishes his pie, slams his hand on the table and says, "All right, time to go adventure into the fog."
No.
As you say that, a man who looks like, oh fuck, I'm not gonna be able to show you this in a.
Just
decent
FYI, I
amount
didn't
of
get a chance to say it earlier, but yeah, Frida's also enjoying the pie and enjoying the wine.
Leo's just gonna look at him and go, no.
What do you mean no? There's only one way out, and it's through the roads, and the
Did
fog
you
is on the
not-
other side of these roads.
Did you
So
forget
you
what
go.
happened when I went after that kid? Did you forget that? How could you forget that?
So
I will
what
not,
exactly
because
happened
I
with the
almost
kid?
died trying to save you.
And now you just want to walk right into it again without any protection whatsoever.
Well,
And what happened with the
This
kid?
is why I want to investigate the farms, because wherever that
and
supply
those are
chain
in the
leads,
fogs.
yes, and that supply chain is going to lead to someone who knows how to get through it without dying.
Or it's just not the same kind of fog, and it doesn't kill us.
In
It's
which,
a leap of faith, Leona. You just
in
need
which
to take it.
case, the supplier will know that. I'm sure the barkeep has a supplier, and we can talk to that supplier, and that supplier will send us the right direction.
All right, you take the really, really, really slow route. I'm gonna go walk into some fog.
Yeah, do you really want to do that? Look, I'm out of level 2 spell slots. We're gonna have to rest anyway.
Guys, okay, if you look at your map, a guy comes up to you who looks like that.
Looking. Oh, there he is.
Looks kind of like me, except less attractive. Understood.
Okay, so he walks over to your table, and he comes up. It's, hello,
How do you do?
how are you? How are you?
Pretty good.
Confused, but good.
On the up and
Excellent.
up, I'd say, yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, I was over there and at the table over in the back corner. That's covered in shadow and
Oh, you being a little bit
not very.
of an edgy boy, I see. I
She's just
understand.
gonna slap her head and put her finger on Solus's lips.
He moves your finger to the side and is like, "Why are you silencing me?" You're being
Keep
very rude.
talking!
You're making a horrible impression.
So are you.
Listen, I just couldn't help, but you all look like fairly capable fighters, adventurers. I happen to be.
I guess you could say that.
I
That would be
happen to.
accurate.
I happen to
For,
be
like some of us. And then he like covers his hand and like points at Leona so that she can't see because he's like taller than her. This one, not so much. Everyone else, definitely, yes.
You say that after I saved your life.
I saved your life, like a lot more. When did you save my life? Wait a second.
The door? You got eaten by a door! Come on now!
And then you
Why
got
would-
killed by its corpse.
Wait, then you mean the door that you killed yourself in its blood that was acid?
Hey! Just because my curiosity outweighs my will to live.
Also, Freed saved me more than you did, I'll be honest.
Well,
Yeah, that's...
listen, I'm just wondering. I figured, you all could use another round of wine. My treat.
I mean,
Freed's eye brightens a little bit higher, and he kind of looks up and goes, "I like this guy. He can stay around."
Solus shrugs and says, "I'm not really much of a wine guy, but if you bought me another one of these pies, I'd be down to hear pretty much anything you have to say."
Oh, well, I think that can be arranged. Barkeep, another round of wine for the table, and another shepherd's pie. Do you prefer ale or just none of the
I'm a
alcohol?
paladin, I don't drink.
I see. Very well. A round of wine for the table, except the gentleman here who will have a pie. Put it on my tab. The barkeep just goes, very well, as usual, Mark.
Solus stands and puts his hand out to shake.
drink, just to...
Dude,
What was
you
his
don't...
name?
That's what Solus is about to do. Solus stands, puts his hand out to shake, and says, "Solus Creston, what's your name?"
Ismark. I don't really have a last name per se. but it's Ismark is my name. I can assure you of that.
All right, it's Mark. Did I get that right?
Ismark.
Ismark. Got it.
Yes.
You
Wonderful.
definitely are a Mark.
Yes, definitely is. Okay. Regardless, so so as you're both sitting back down, the barkeep comes back with a glass of wine for every character except for Solus, and instead hands Solus another shepherd's pie.
It is
Okay.
gone in like 40 seconds.
Absolutely.
Part of me, hang on. Part of me wants to know: was the shepherd's pie the next one inside a wine glass?
No, it was just a normal fare, but okay, I see where you were going with that, but no.
That would be funny. Dude, if you
Alright,
mention that in character, Leona will keep an eye out for a spell to shrink things down and stick in, so she can stick stuff in wine glasses.
I'm going to enjoy my
drink
wine.
the wine.
So, yeah, instead.
Ash doesn't drink.
Okay,
Wait,
that's
Solus,
fine.
why I don't drink?
No, he
No,
was saying Villian doesn't.
Oh.
Okay.
Leona's gonna keep
So-
her eye on Freed's glass, and when she sees it getting low, she's just gonna start pouring some of her wine discreetly into Freed's glass.
Into Freed's. Okay.
Rayleen's probably gonna do the same, to be honest. Like, to not be rude.
Freed gets some fucking alcohol today. Alright,
Can I roll to see if I notice this?
you don't have to roll. I mean, you
Because
can
even
just-
if I do, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna take it.
Yeah, that's fair. You would definitely notice that the glass is quickly as it and that other characters' glasses are suspiciously emptying rather quickly. In any case, so Ismark sits down at the table with you guys. Just puts himself like so. You all seem like capable adventurers, which is good because I actually have a bit of an adventure myself, actually. But I was wondering if I could perhaps ask for some assistance with some things.
Okay, so, being really vague. Just gonna put that out there.
Yeah, we
know.
gotta know at least the type of thing that we're doing. Is it hack and slash? Is it searching
Where
out?
are you from?
Like a where or when, like, are you evil? Are we killing, like, innocents?
Does it
Or we
involve
fighting
werewolves?
monsters?
I mean,
Because
we did
in
come
one of
here
those
originally
scenarios,
to
I
investigate
keep my hammer.
werewolves, and there seems to be scratch marks all over the place.
Yes, I see.
Would somebody really say if they wanted you to kill innocents, though? Like,
Listen,
Probably not. They usually don't, but, like, I try. Well, eventually I'll run into the evildoers, like, I'm an evil person!
That's
Look at me! And then I'll just smash
That's-
them with my warhammer.
and then
it's
she
done, it'll be
Leo's
What
gonna
were
take
you
her
gonna
hand
say?
and put it on Solus's armor and says, "That's why you gotta be discreet, so that you can find out these things."
Well, I mean,
Yes,
eventually they'll tell me.
always thing.
Yeah, after you do something horrible.
I have
No,
a
no, I
quest.
never do anything horrible.
You know, like,
I only do good things.
look, Grandor the Great fell for it. You will too. Grandor the Great's just. I'm just thinking of characters.
Breed whistles extremely loud to get everybody's attention.
Rayleen regrets opening her mouth.
right?
So yeah, Freed whistles extremely loud to get everybody's attention.
Mm-hmm.
Leo's covering
For
her.
everybody to look at him.
Leona's pushing on her ears when she looks at him. Ow. Like, ow.
I get it.
And I pull my fork out of what's left of my pie, and I point it at Ismark, and I say, "Why don't we let the man finish, and let him offer something? The service is a service. It requires someone to offer payment for services. We have not
Oh.
received what that service is. Provide us what the service is, as well as what it pays, and you have my interest."
Well, I mean, if it was a valiant service, I might not even need to get paid.
Look, I kinda
Here's-
need the money to get the familiar, so shush.
Right.
Well, I mean, you can take mine if you want it.
Shush.
Listen.
He's trying to speak.
All right. I can, if you want money, I'm sure I could get someone to give you some money. But, okay, here's the thing. I'm trying to move someone from here in the village to a different settlement. West of here. It's about a day and a half's travel.
So you're saying that the fog on the outside of this village, not lethal.
On the outskirts of the village. Oh, the dark fog.
There's a dark
No.
fog and a not dark fog? Alright, I'm gonna need some ground rules on how all this shit works, 'cause now I am confused.
Sit quiet.
Just know this. If the gray fog rolls in, well, just fog. But the black fog it surrounds everything. It's everywhere. There's no escaping it. You can only travel where travel is permitted by the forces that be. And if you try to go otherwise, well, it's not impossible. But you will likely die. Quickly. Let's see.
Do you know how it kills you? Like,
It sucks the very
experience.
life from your body.
well, yeah, but I mean, like, if there's some sort of protection, maybe we could study the behavior of the fog and come up with some sort of suit protecting us from the fog.
Protection. Not a ward in the magic. Not a ward in the great magician's spellbook. Not a ward in Mordenkainen's tome could protect you from this dark, murdering force of the fog.
What about window and a closed traveling
Who's gonna move the box?
What if I was in like a hexagonal box and I just rolled it?
How would you breathe?
I don't care. I just want
Fair
to see him
point.
build it
Magic.
so I can laugh my ass
There
off
are
and get
definitely
a real
spells
job done.
for breathing, I'm pretty sure.
Listen.
And if there's a big box, you can just have like a lot of air in it, and it'll last a couple hours. That should be fine.
What if a
Burning
monster
would be the problem.
What if a monster comes up and pokes a hole in your box?
Yeah, okay, this is having more bad ideas than I thought. Okay,
So,
back to the...
was Ismark about to say why that's a good or bad idea?
Oh,
He was about to say, I don't think that is a practical idea. By all means, you can try to leave, but many have, and none of them have successfully gotten very far.
Well, why would they choose to come back if they did get out?
One can only know. One can only wonder. The strongest of them have wandered into the fog only one day to come back somewhere else. Seen in another place at another time, but only ever in Barovia.
Wait, when you
No
say
memory
another
of what
time, what kind of timeline are we talking?
Weeks, days, months. Sometimes they are only seen after a couple of months.
Okay, so we're not talking
Who
like
knows?
time travel. Got it.
Who knows? Whatever happens out there, I don't want a part of it.
Freed holds up his fingers and says, nobody's asking the right question here. I kind of want to know. Can you tell me what year is it?
What year is it? What does it matter? Things just move. Time knows no bounds. Nothing ever changes. And if it ever starts to, he puts a stop to it.
He?
Nothing ever
Oh,
moved
is
here.
it the Baron Strahd von Zarevich?
Yes, the very same. You speak his name with such confidence.
Yeah, we
Such an
found his
era
letter.
of- The Baron Strahd von Zarevich. The Devil Strahd would never have a letter passed down to people he's never met.
Oh, it wasn't to us. It was to the Durst family and their cultist cult, who are all dead now.
I have heard of no such family.
Well, it was 300 years ago, so it was probably before your time.
Then how did you get the letter? It would be
I think-
dust.
I don't think.
Good question.
Oddly enough, everything on that floor was absolutely pristine. Go up to the third floor though, and everything kind of fell apart. It was weird.
I know not of
Wait,
what
do
you
I
talk,
still have the letter?
but it's certain.
Min, do I have the letter?
The letter would not have disappeared from your inventory, no.
Okay.
Just give him the letter. Which one of us has it?
Probably me. I was the last one handling it.
Then go get it out of your bag. Give it to the man. Show him what up.
Brand may have it too. He was the one who also read it.
And before Leona dropped it somewhere.
Yeah,
I do not have it.
I'll pull out the letter and put it on the table.
Very well. He'll take it and examine it for a moment. And as he reads it, he just... That certainly sounds like the Devil Strahd. But this must be a forgery. He would never sign his name as a low baron. I would never see him as a baron. He is a devil through and through. Always has
Well-
been.
Is Barovia like a kingdom or a barony? Because if it's a barony, then he's probably a baron.
Oh.
Even if he seems like he's much more powerful than that.
Barovia knows no governance like that.
Well, maybe he just
This-
likes the term baron. You don't know. Ever met
He's
the man?
Never... Yes.
How many times?
More than I ever wanted to. And
Is that like
that's
one
more
or
than
two?
one.
Dude,
More
for,
than one.
do we know how old he'd be around now? Because,
Who? Strahd?
yeah.
Lord von... The Devil Strahd has been alive forever and will continue to be alive forever. He never ages. He never...
I think
you know,
that's how that works.
he never ages. He never gets younger, older. He never changes.
So
His
let's.
power never changes. His power is infinite. He controls the very fog with a flick of his hands.
Okay, I kind of want
And
to kill him
he-
now. I'm sorry, I just do.
Certainly reminds us all we are. But one day we will fight him, and we will win. I promise I will deliver the blow that murders that
She's,
Really?
devil.
she's just gonna lean
Whoa.
in and go, invite me to the battle, please.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. This got, like, really murdery, cabal-y, really quick.
But
Really
don't you
just
agree? It's precisely what he earlier.
you said the man controls the fog, the black fog. The fog which was on either side of the path that we all took to get to wherever we are. What you're saying right now, with his power, how do you know that he's not listening in on us right now, or even watching us? Like how do you know you're safe? I mean,
That's a really good
obviously-
question.
Obviously, you're not safe. You're prisoners of this, whatever he is or became. But are you? But talking out loud, wouldn't that be incredibly dangerous, like putting a target on your back?
Listen, he's had enough experience. I think he knows what would have consequences and what wouldn't, right?
The devil, Strahd. Listen, this is not the place to have this conversation. I don't want any sort of prying ears listening in on something that they are not meant to hear.
I feel like
Exactly.
Perception check. Everybody perception check, please.
I'm gonna. What's the roll for that? Min?
Perception.
I mean the command, just the regular 1d20.
you can
Just
click on
do
your
it.
character.
Go to your
Yeah,
character sheet.
yeah, 20. This dude's not getting anything past me.
Oh god, is that one?
Yeah.
I just crit.
And I am drunk at this point. I've had 3 or 4 glasses of wine.
Oh my god.
Man, I rolled pretty well with my -1.
Okay, so
It makes... Wait, what?
Valine, you need to roll this. Okay, so basically you're just gonna go to your character sheet, and then you see where it says perception. Oh, you have advantage on that. Or not advantage.
I'm on mobile. One moment.
Oh, all right. You have advantage on a perception check, or not advantage. You have proficiency with perception. So if you just open when you're on desktop, if you just open up your character sheet and then click on perception, it'll just roll it for you.
Mhm.
And if you'd like to take that 17, I'll accept it this time because you can't get your character sheet. But that's up to you.
Yes, please, because I can't even find it.
It's fine. All right.
I have to scroll through the sheet itself, and it's glitching out.
It's fine. Okay, so here's what you know. Sorry, Leona.
I don't even know anything's wrong.
Sorry,
Oh
Leona.
wait, it's a nah.
Leona. Thank you. You go blind. Axie. No. Leona, you are not aware of anything that is you don't know at all what he's talking about. He's just okay. Ears, maybe he means your ears that aren't supposed to hear it because your ears are different than everyone else's. Bran, you don't quite get the gist, but you do understand that he probably means that there's some kind of wiretap in, or some kind of equivalent of wire to maybe a magical listening in device or something. Maybe that's what he's referring to somewhere in the tavern. Solus, you are aware that he's motioning to something, probably referring to specific individual or set thereof, also in the tavern. Freed, you see exactly who he's pointing to. He's pointing to the 3 individuals sitting sitting near the front door. They look like they are 3 female humans. And they wear some colorful, tattered, worn-down clothing. They look like they are just minding their own. However, due to his accusation, you're suspicious that perhaps they may be just more than sitting around. And continue.
Freed's gonna go ahead and stand up, and he's gonna draw his sword, not threateningly, but pull it out slowly, and then hold it out for Ismark to investigate, to look at.
All
When we were in the mansion, we found that same letter. I found this sword with a windmill crest. Do you recognize this sigil or this blade by any stance?
Sorry. He looks at it, studies it for a moment. No, I don't think that. I don't think that is anything that doesn't look like a crest I'm familiar with. Honestly. Sorry, I also just realized I never gave feedback. For Vaylin. Vaylin, you see, you do notice that he is motioning toward 3 individuals by the door who are sitting by the door as he speaks of people that probably should not be listening into the conversation you're about to have.
Probably listening on the conversation we're about to have.
What?
Did you say they're probably listening in on the conversation you're about to have?
That's not what I said. Basically, what I said is Ismark, before the last thing Ismark said before trailing off was, perhaps we should take this conversation elsewhere. We wouldn't want anybody who we didn't intend to hear this conversation to hear this conversation. And he seemed you happen to notice that he is kind of referring to the 3 individuals sitting by the door.
So same as Freed.
Yeah, except Freed noticed it in far greater detail.
Yeah, I noticed everything about them.
Basically. Okay.
I'm even gonna take a moment. I'm already in action, so with that sword, I go ahead and put it back, but I keep my hand on it, and I have my my other hand is from underneath the cloak. I pull one of my daggers out, and I'm just kind of holding it in my hand from underneath. I'm just kind of fiddling with it. It look like I'm playing with it, fiddling with it with my fingers.
Okay. Ismark kind of just they won't don't be on edge. They won't follow us. They own the place.
I am
and I certainly don't want anybody who has anything on me to listen in on conversations that are not intended for not them. Now, shall we go?
Vaylin is very distrusting of the whole situation, but taking a quick look at Bran and then at the rest of the group, she just nods quietly. This can't end well, but seeing as how we're all in the same square, any objections?
I mean, if it's kind of a big hush-hush thing, I should probably wait outside and get the gist.
Why wouldn't you be able to listen in on us?
Listen, I got this book. She's gonna hold out her book of secrets. And I'm already telling you about it. Do you really think it's safe for me to know things that shouldn't be known?
What book are you talking about?
I've got a book of...
No, in character, so it's like, what are you talking about?
We should just not talk about it.
Talk about what?
If we shouldn't be talking about things.
He said, so Ismark stands up and starts to walk. He says, listen, when you're ready, meet me at the Burgomaster's mansion. I'll see you there.
They seem to trust you, so... And she just walks alongside the others.
Solos goes and talks to the people that were that are by the door.
Okay.
He introduces himself and says hello to the women by the door.
Very well. Two of them match your eye contact, but then quickly break eye contact and continue their continue the activities they were going on about with their hands, just kind of, putzing about, not really paying any mind to anything around them, and they don't speak any words.
That's really rude.
Leona's just gonna judge the rest of nudge Freed and say, should I take your wine glass back? Oh, You've got
Yeah,
the
but
bottle.
I take the bottle and put the cork back in and put it in my saddle or in my bags.
Very well.
Soulless leaves. We're frustrated at the old ladies.
Very well.
Leona's
I leave
gonna
5. I do also leave 5 silvers on the table.
Okay.
Leona's gonna drop off the glass she was given before following.
Vaylin
Alright.
just walks to the bartender and discreetly slides over 2 gold, much to his chagrin, I think, and then just walks off. But he can have the gold.
Valine, as you start to walk out, one of the individuals, one of the ladies sitting sitting by the door, just motions at you for some. She says, "Hey." She says, "Hey, my name is Sorvia. Don't worry about it. But I recommend going to see Madame Ava if you have not seen her already. Just a word to the wise." And she continues doing whatever she's doing.
Madam Ava, is she the owner of the tavern, by any chance?
One of the other ladies pipes up. "No, that would be us. But, Madame Ava, ask around if you don't know where to go."
I'll keep that in mind as I get to know the lay of the place. But thank you. And she turns away, walks back to Ismark and the others who are following him. By the way,
Okay.
I'm finally home on a computer. Give me one moment.
Sure. All right, so everyone's following Ismark over to the mansion.
Yup.
Technically, I'm following Freed, but yeah.
Phyllis like pulls up the back. He actually would have waited for Vaylin if she didn't come out of the inn right away.
Okay. Cool. So, if you'll all pay attention to your map for a moment, we'll wind up towards the bottom, right over here. Did everyone get the ping?
Yeah.
All right. Everyone know where we are. Good. All right. So you are at the front gate. Hold on one sec.
I wasn't scrolled all the way down. Can you reping it?
Yep, it's right over here.
Oh, it's the house we escaped from.
No, the house
No.
we escaped from
You guys were
is,
over here when you escaped.
It's here.
Oh, really? Oh, I had no idea. Never mind.
No, no. Okay. So,
You should probably tell me about the escape.
I am finally on the computer.
hooray!
Upgrade.
Upgraded.
Now Mint
Okay.
can stop yelling at me.
Yay! Okay. Just so you are you looking at Roll20 at the moment?
I see a picture of a handsome man up top.
Less handsome than Solus.
Now, if you go, okay, follow the picture of the handsome man.
That scared me!
Okay. Now, you guys are over here in front of that door. Okay?
Just say we're at E4.
Yeah, we're at E4. Fuck all of you. Okay. A
But
weird.
especially Mr. Handsome.
Yeah, well, good. A weird-looking mansion squats behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside, while the left swings lazily. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke the grounds and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet, against the walls, the growth has been tramped down to create a path all about the domain. Heavy claw markings have stripped the once beautiful finish off the walls. Great black marks tell of the fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane or shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with stains of evil.
You should fire your contractor.
Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, Freed leans over to him, right behind him, and actually just says, "You should fire your contractor." That
I don't
or
think
your,
it's his house. Because
groundskeeper.
he's the Burgermeister. Burgermeister. Burgermeister.
Do you really think a contractor is going to come here after all these years that the house has clearly been in disarray?
You clearly have not known me enough.
That is very obvious.
Freed walks forward and just keeps on walking.
I'm gonna pause a second.
I think I'm making her too much of an asshole.
I'll be honest.
No, absolutely.
This
Freed's an ass right now.
ugly
You
house.
just have to bear with it.
Solus like just says to Ismark, "This is an ugly house."
Not ugly, unkept.
Nope. Definitely ugly.
Something horrible definitely happened here.
Well, I mean, that's a huge leap. It could just be decrepit.
I see a lot of claw marks.
Oh, you're right. There are claw marks. Nope. People definitely got murdered in here.
Charming.
Yeah, he's always like this.
Really likes kinky nights.
All right, everyone here. Okay. Now, you all come up to the door of the mansion, and sorry. There we go. Sorry. You all come up to the door of the mansion.
Oops, sorry, ignore
Ismark,
that.
don't worry about it. Ismark gently knocks on the door and whispers, "Irena, Irena." And then, with less subtlety, which you're defeating the mood I'm trying to create.
All right, ignore me.
So, yeah. He knocks on the door. "Irena, Irena." And then, perhaps with less subtlety, "Irena!" She says, from inside the house, you see the door open. You see the door pull open, swing open, and a young woman come out of the house. I will show you what she looks like here. There we go. That's her picture. That's what she looks like. I wish she was against white background, but it was a PNG, so that's the best I got. But that's Irena Kolyana. You should now be able to see her.
She's a giant.
You know, what was it? The subtle first two, and then the slam, yell, slam.
We have a
Is it like a code?
we kind of, yes.
I'm like bad at code, so.
Yeah.
I
Then
hope I'm not
let Freed
expected to
handle
remember.
it. Freed can handle it. He knows what he's doing.
Irena invites you all in. Come in, and quickly. We'd like to get the door closed. All right. Well, no, she doesn't have a British accent. Fuck me. All right, you all go inside, or I hope you all go. Does anyone not go inside?
Valen
No.
simply takes a moment longer as she's just looking around them before looking behind them. And before following in, it's like just making sure nobody's following them from the sky or the sides.
Very well.
I'm pretty eager
All
to
right.
get into a safe
Solus
place.
still goes in last. Like he makes a point of it.
Okay. The interior of the mansion is well furnished, yet the fixtures show signs of great wear. Noticeable oddities are boarded up windows and the presence of holy symbols in every. The burgomaster is in a what? The burgomaster is in a side drawing room floor, lying in a simple wooden coffin surrounded by wilting flowers and a faint odor of decay.
Oh. Well,
Rain
charming decoration. It really sets the somebody just died in here mood you were going for, I guess.
Shush.
Don't shush me. That's like incredibly rude.
And
Like a 10 on the
insult
scale of rude.
and doing a backhanded compliment isn't.
That was a legitimate compliment. They're clearly going for this place sucks decor.
Or they're going for, let's make the most of the fact that we can't get anything imported or any fresh plants to make anything out of.
Well, I mean, you could get wood. There are trees, I think. Probably. There are trees, right?
What?
I've only been in Barovia for like 20 minutes.
You've seen trees.
So yeah, there are trees. Wood. It also doesn't explain the dead guy. That's kind of creepy.
All right.
Wait, there was a body on the floor? I didn't notice that.
Oh yeah, let me just go ahead and reiterate. The Burgomaster is in a side drawing room on the floor, lying in a simple wooden coffin, surrounded by wilting flowers and a faint odor of decay.
Like, is he like full on like mummified crypt body, or is it kind of
It's like you'd have to ask. I mean, he's not.
That's what I'm asking.
I
He's
think
not
what he's.
bones.
I
but
think
have
what
to go
he's.
look.
I think what Freed's getting at is it like, you know, he's properly in the coffin, or like.
Is his
Oh,
body
he's not.
moist?
Oh, he's not sleeping.
No, I'm straight up asking: is the body like freshly dead, or has it been dead for several years to the point where it's just kind of musty smelling?
No, it's like
Like a crypt.
Smells, yeah, it smells like decay, dude.
rotting out.
Like rotting decay.
I poke it as I go by.
Like it smells
make
like
sure.
death.
Yeah,
And-
Freed's gonna pull his sash up on his face a second time, and he's trying to cover his nose. But he's gonna do it subtly.
Solus like motions towards Ismark and the woman like, so are you gonna? Is that sanctified, or is that gonna like come up on us at some point?
No, it's well, all right.
Are you
And-
like sure?
Irene,
Magically sure?
Irena responds, "It's definitely all right. He won't wake up.
Sorry, I don't.
Unfortunately."
Sorry, I
Well, I
don't
mean-
think Solus has gotten over the ghosts we've had to fight.
Yeah, ghosts suck. It killed you like twice.
It's been an interesting week. You'll have to give us a little bit of leeway.
Nobody returns from the dead here in Barovia. I can promise you that.
So I'm
Well, I
guessing
mean,
they go to a pocket
Zombies
then.
return from the dead.
All right. On that note, Leona, you cannot die ever again today.
Listen, it may have been more than one time, but there's nothing that's killing me right now.
Hey,
Is this
Mr.
a common
Spikes, I
occurrence?
don't want to hear that from you.
Is this a common occurrence?
Yes.
What is a common occurrence?
These
What
two
do you
die.
know? What do you mean a common occurrence?
They die all the time.
The two of you die all the time?
Not like
Ow.
die dead, but like get to the point where we have to be saved from death because we're knocked out.
If I
I
wasn't
just-
a holy man, they would be very dead, is what I'm trying to say. Just saying.
Well, let's put it this way: we went out on a quest, and nobody decided to check and make sure that anybody had any form of health potions, and that was a bad idea.
I just met these people. I'm just coming along for the ride right now, as I have no idea what's going on.
I believe we're trying to get a job from them. Should we not completely destroy all of our credibility as much as possible?
Ah, hold on, that was.
That's loud. Who is that?
Hold on.
Alright, it's your mute.
Sorry, I muted the wrong
There we
thing.
go.
That was coming from me. I'm sorry.
What?
No, it was not.
It was
Alright,
definitely Leona.
I didn't unmute. I didn't mute Leona yet.
Oh.
Leon muted herself.
Okay, yes, I see. Please talk for me is what she says. Alright, now. Oh, fuck me. Having a... This dude. What the fuck is with this dude? This fucking dude, bro.
What about you, dude, bro?
This dude, bro. Alright. Okay. Alright.
Nope. Right inside the building.
Ismark settles him. Oh,
Who set off the alarm? I left my phone.
Being in a new place
Fun.
dies down. Ismark begins to I realize that we may have a lot of questions that also may or may not include what is an actual
Hello.
is.
Okay, we gotta get to the other side of the building because I think that's where we're supposed to be.
And so it does like a hand gesture, but it's like, kinda.
Oh.
You know the place, not where the place is.
Well.
Okay, someone catch me up. The alarm was extra loud leaving.
Are you
Unintelligible.
Oh. Did someone try to make popcorn again?
I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
bio break?
Good time for a bio break. Considering I just got kicked out of my dorm!
Yeah, it's that darn fire. It's always just so impolite. It never wants to go where you want it to.
Oh crap, I just accidentally got punched by thing. So a moment ago I almost had my laptop slide off this thing. I had to catch it. It was dramatic.
Laptop really slid off or something?
Yeah.
Oh, this is loud. I'll be,
Take your time.
Leota, play the safety card. Be safe.
Do you guys know why it's going
From somebody
off?
who's actually witnessed a 5-story apartment building burning down next to their own house.
We've had a really dramatic thing happen to our city once. I didn't have any.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, I believe it was this year that we witnessed a house just 2 houses down just go ablaze along with 2 houses next to it.
Our oil refinery exploded and sent a giant plume of smoke into the sky.
It's an oil refinery. If it was in the ocean, I don't think anybody can compete.
No, it's in an oil refinery in town, half a mile away.
Ah, so it was on solid ground.
And it shook the entire house, and there's tons of smoke from it.
Concerned, but okay.
It was fine. It turns out that the fire never got to the poisonous gas that could have basically poisoned the entire town.
In the meantime, I'm gonna finish updating my weapons.
So yeah, we're lucky about that.
Okay, I think I'm in a relatively good spot.
How far away are you from the thing?
Well, I'm near the building, but I'm on a corner because if I go toward the center, the alarms get really loud. Apparently they're loud enough to set off my detector, though.
Common and abyssal.
But I seem to have internet, so...
Colleen, are you looking at languages you can speak?
No, I'm trying to work with the character mancer because Jesus Christ, the character mancer is stupid.
Yeah, none of us actually used it. We just kind of went through the normal process of creating a character.
I think I sorta used it, but not like... No, wait, no I didn't. I was copying over from the sheet. Never mind. Yeah, no, we didn't use the character mancer. That might be for, if you just need to...
That's the, I think I have everything appropriately set.
I don't see anything that's obviously smooth. Anyway.
Jesus Christ, actually, how are you guys not dead?
We're fine.
Some of us actually have healing abilities. Axie being one of them.
No, I mean, I sent him the stuff.
In real life.
Yeah. In real life.
Hmm.
I don't think he's a wizard in real life. I'm just gonna try one more time with the character mancer. Tiefling, 18, chaotic. Abyssal, Abyssal, and then
Okay, so the thing about this particular refinery is that it still used hydrogen fluoride, and the fire was pretty close to the hydrogen fluoride tank. So if it had gone differently, they would have exploded,
Oh my.
and we might not have had Axie anymore.
so basically, if it had really blown up and all that shit,
Then,
the mouse would be dead.
yes. Then my entire city wouldn't exist. Well, it
And that's-
exists, but
And
everyone...
that's only the red zone.
All the way to the
There's a question that when we get going, Leona would like to ask at some point.
To who?
She wants to ask someone. She doesn't really know who to ask. But like... Hold on, sorry, I smell a little bit of smoke and
So there's an actual legit fire.
I can't tell exactly. I mean, it could just be someone lit a cigarette. Certainly not one of the normal cigarettes, but... I'm trying to figure out if there's a legit fire or if,
Alright, I have an idea for tonight's game title, for session title. Hot Night.
still.
That or it's a hot time in the old town tonight. But that's a little bit long.
Yeah, it would have to be I would prefer if it was something that could be displayed on the title of a YouTube video and not get, you know.
You could put in Hot Night.
Probably could do Hot Night. Probably start it with Hot Night, that way even if it gets cut off, people can tell.
Remember, how you would put in, you'd put in D&D campaign, then you would put in who we are, Tall Tale Crew, and then you would put in episode 4 or episode 5, Hot Night.
Well, I've been naming them ALD Plays D&D as the title, but I think I'm going to start not doing that simply because now I've got a playlist for it. And just change it to Tall Tales. I don't know.
I'm serious, we should totally use that name. Unless you guys have come up with anything better, the Tall Tale Crew kind of fits. Because the rest of us either are tall and have tails, or we are tall tales.
I figured it was sort of a Telltale Tales thing, because the stuff we're doing, it sounds like a tall tale.
Yeah, Solus sounds like something out of Pecos Bill.
Okay, is this flame or... Did I lose you? Did I lose you?
No, I can still hear you.
Okay. Okay, people are starting to flood back into the building.
Usually that doesn't happen until the firefighters come back in and check it.
I am back.
Yeah, I think, yeah, our people are local and we're not far from the actual police department. So, people could just be going in early, or they could have really gotten here by now. On top of that,
if it's a college, they're used to it.
On top of that, there's a night walk service, which means there could have been officers, like, right here.
Yeah, but if it's a fire, an officer's not going to go in the building. They're going to wait for fire department.
No, our university police department, I think, is, hello, alarm trained, I guess.
Maybe.
Like, there's not confirmed fire, we have the alarms going off, and then, hold on, I'm an idiot who doesn't know to use their card. And then, university police and, RAs come around and check the building. Checking to see if it's an actual fire, or if, someone just burnt popcorn in the microwave again.
Funny thing is, of all the times I've made popcorn, I haven't even minorly found it. More the apocalyptic.
Okay, I'm going up, so expect network issues.
No worries.
Up, 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 up,
down,
up, 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 up. Hello, thank you. Okay. First of all, he was going more up than I was. Dorm, sweet dorm.
And there is no fire.
Pretty much. Okay.
Hot game session.
Okay, has whoever returned from bio, I didn't remember who said it. I was too busy dealing with background noise.
So let me guess, the stream was just recording the whole time through?
Probably.
Awesome. You'll have to put a note in there for anybody that wants to skip the fire alarm to where that goes back to game.
Yeah, I'll try to find that and put it in the description. Warning, loud fire alarm went off during game.
Warning, there was a massive bonfire. Please take off your headphones.
So what?
Warning.
Does this kind of stuff happen in the other famous D&D stream things? Do they have fire alarms?
Warning, storm fire alarms are loud. Storm fire alarms did go off. What was the last big event? We had
I'm back.
Shortly after, what's her name was introduced. That's what the warning's gotta be.
Okay.
Hold on, let me just move my screen up here, and that'll be my marker for it's safe. Alright. Okay, what's the name of the girl that we met right before the alarms went off?
IRENA. IRENA Coliana.
Choose a race. So this character manager is fucking with me. Okay.
Character Mancer is trash.
I've decided that right now, unanonymously.
Okay. Okay, so
Jesus Christ, actually, what the fuck?
Are we good to continue, or?
I'm next. What happened?
I've been ready the whole time.
yeah, I'm back in my dorm.
Thank God. All right.
I got and ate all my.
You got a what?
I
Or
got
whatever.
I got my food and then I ate all of it. We started.
Good.
I'm-
I'm very glad. Okay.
I'm sorry. When I went to mute it, when I realized what was going on, I muted my audio going out instead of my. I muted my speakers, not my mic. Sorry about that.
Doesn't matter. It's fine. Okay. Now.
Over now.
Continue.
Okay. So. To pick up where we left off. Okay. Ismark. Taz speaks to you. He leans against the wall and just. I suppose you will have. I suppose we should get down to it. Strad Vanzarovich is a vampire. He dwells in the castle that overlooks the whole village. Castle Ravenloft. No one is welcome in the castle. Ever.
So if we went up and knocked on the front door and asked to have a nice chat, it would work out.
Probably death.
Probably death or definitely death.
I say probably because there is also an alternative in which you are not killed, but merely have all of your blood sucked out and are rendered servants of Strahd for all eternity.
Ah, so worse than death. Got it.
Thus, probably death.
I think
The
death
Devil
over a
Strahd.
servant.
Perhaps. The Devil Strahd is a curse placed on this land because of the forgotten sins of the Barovians' ancestors. Us too, of course. Luckily, Strahd, as far as we know, Strahd or any vampire must rest in its coffin during the day. At night, though, it can summon wolves, vermin, to do its bidding. It can transform itself into a bat, a wolf, or a cloud of mist. And while it's
Well, that explains the mist at the window.
in its
And ironically, the
Human.
orphans being attacked by werewolves.
while it's in its humanoid form, it can dominate you with a powerful gaze. But
Yona, don't look at it.
it can't come inside unless you give it permission.
What if you pushed it into a door that it wasn't allowed to come in, you didn't own it?
Those are the questions that keep me up at night.
What if we made a mobile
Would
home?
we kill him then?
The
Or would it
problem
just like
is
really hurt?
Strahd is a curse placed on this land. He will never be killed. Maybe. But maybe
You know, you don't really seem
Could
sure
be.
of a lot of things.
there's not much to be sure of. The Barovia. This is Barovia. It's surrounded by the thick black fog. Anyone who tries to leave chokes or vanishes for months or days. Presumably most of them perish. People come in to Barovia, but nobody ever leaves. They die or disappear before long.
Well, that's reassuring.
Well, guess that means we're stuck with each other.
Guess
So,
that-
Not stuck. We really even
So
if we
wait,
could-
if a vampire can't come in, why are there all those scratchings at the doors and the windows and the walls? Why would you scratch when you want to be let in?
The two, Ismark and Kolyan, the two Ismark and Irina look at each other. Irina continues. Well, unfortunately, hold on. Sorry. Stupid. The wolves, as well as other terrible creatures, have been attacking the house, night after night for weeks. It's been a constant barrage. Unfortunately, our father, his heart couldn't take the constant assault. He passed away 3 days ago.
Oh.
Since his passing, this house hasn't been attacked. Not even once.
Well, then maybe they have targets.
Perhaps. But this is worrisome. This is very worrisome.
Also, so you guys are siblings, and you're now the Burgermeister. Points at Ismark.
Ismark responds, I have lived in the shadow too long. And yes, Irina is my sister by adoption.
Oh, so which one of you came out of him?
Dude,
That's not how
that's
that works.
not an okay question to ask.
I mean, it kind of is, because that's the one that's the Burgermeister.
I really,
Burgermaster.
I mean, look.
I like how Valen was saying, "Think carefully before you," and then he says that, and she just goes, "Be."
That's very in character for Silvis. He does not think before he says things.
You what? I wish I had a
Really?
spell that would shut you up. You know
Okay,
what? Is there
I know you
is there a
guys
store here
are,
that
like,
sells spells? Because I could look
low-key
to see if that's
scoundrels.
one that is in there. I can see if there's a spell that make him shush.
All right.
So will
I
somebody
get
give you?
you guys are like kind of scoundrels, and order and law and like the hierarchy of things doesn't matter to you. I get that, but it does to me. I need to know who the Burgermaster is. It's important.
Wait a second. I might have it.
Solus, hang on. Solus. Here's your word for the day. I want you to think on this word for the entire day.
This is gonna be an insult,
Tact.
isn't it?
Tact.
I think about tact and manners
CT.
all the time.
You don't practice them.
I think it's it is spelled T-A-C-T, isn't it? Or is it
Yes.
T-A-C-K-T?
Solus
TACT.
is very tactless in his approach, isn't it? I wonder if his love life's the same.
Hey, wait, if we're asking about resources, I did pick up a spell book right before we left. Maybe it's got some answers.
I mean, do they put notes in spell books? I thought they only put spells in those.
Well, I mean, if you have a spell book by people who are turned into ghouls, maybe one of those spells is relevant. Also, there's no reason why you can't put notes in a spell book.
Yes, there are.
Hmm?
You'd waste precious pages. As a wizard, you would probably never note a spell book for something that isn't a spell. You'd be wasting precious pages on you'd be wasting precious parchment space, which in a spell book, that's you like usually you do not want to. That's not just normal paper.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, if Solus, why don't you go stand lookout? We can let Freed and Valine ask questions, and I'll check
Whoa,
to
whoa, whoa,
see
whoa,
if.
whoa, whoa, Why are you telling me to leave? That's just incredibly rude.
You lack tact. That's why.
I don't understand why you guys keep talking about tax.
Listen. I am the genetic son of the Burgomaster.
So you're the Burgomaster. Nailed it.
Solus,
At the moment,
shut up
yes.
and let him finish.
This is important. We needed to get this out of the way.
Here's the thing. Strahd.
Sorry.
All good. Sorry. Just looking. Come on.
Oh God, where do I fit in on that?
There we go. Okay.
Zero opinions on Freed.
So.
Oh, I was reading what Valine was saying. That she's unsure of Leona, trusts Bran, hates Solus, and has zero opinions on Freed.
There you go.
Hates Solus.
Alright.
Feels bad, man. He's too boisterous.
Ismark says.
Oh no, I'm the tactful one. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Monaco.
Ismark remarks. For some reason,
Shit, what was that? I hate you, Scroll. Continue. How did I do that? Continue, man.
may I continue?
Yeah, he said too.
Yeah, I know, but okay. Ismark continues. I don't know why, but Strahd, he desires my sister for some reason, and above all others.
Solus gives the sister a once over. He looks at her real quick.
She is rather attractive. To quote the book I'm taking this campaign from, Irena is a striking young woman with auburn hair. So, yeah.
Solus is just like, I can see that.
It's, you know,
Makes sense.
You know, it's really too bad I don't have a spell to transfigure someone. I bet Solus would make excellent bait if he looked like her.
That would be an excellent idea! It's too bad you don't have that.
Right idea.
The vampire will show up, and then I just smite him. Ha! Right in the face.
Hammered.
Irena looks very, very uncomfortable as she gently rubs a part of her neck, looking at the floor.
Who notices that?
Give me
I
some.
roll perception on that.
Thank
Is that
you.
perception?
Yes.
Holy fucking hell! Can everybody please roll a perception check? If everybody could let me talk, then I could get to saying.
No. Oh, phew.
Which
I
one?
rolled a 2.
It's not in that one. Not in that one. That's all that matters.
Thank goodness it's not
Which do I take, the 8 or the 22?
first one.
You'll always take the first option unless you have advantage.
Or disadvantage.
At which point you take, if you have advantage, you take the higher number. If you have disadvantage, you take the lower number. If you don't have either, you take the first number.
Do I have advantage?
No.
New.
Damn it.
All right. Freed, you do notice that Irina seems a little uncomfortable. Solus and what's your name again?
Me?
Yeah.
Railing?
Valine, thank you. I'm sorry. Valine, Valine and Solus, you don't seem to notice. You don't seem to notice anything out of the ordinary. Leona and Bran, you seem to notice that Irina is very much looking looking very uncomfortable, and also specifically covering a part of her neck as the conversation shifts back to Strahd. Continue.
So, what are we actually here to do? Because I feel like we got really off topic.
Well,
with the trying to find out if the Burgermeister and such.
Here's the thing. Strahd desires my sister, and I don't want him to have her. Not as a protective thing, but he cannot be allowed to get what he wants.
So it's like you could have said it was a protective thing and been like a cool guy, but instead you were like, I really just hate Strahd and I want to be vindictive. Man.
It's definitely a protection thing.
Like you had the option to just say it. Like you could have lied. Like
Okay.
an easy one too.
Freed is gonna stand up pretty quickly, and he's gonna straight up say, he wants her for what?
Quick question. This is a question to,
Oh, Monaco?
Yes, Monaco.
Okay.
Do vampires in this world that I know of have issues with silver, or is that just werewolves?
Roll something. Fuck it. Just roll intelligence.
One intelligence?
Yeah.
I don't have... Oh, here we are.
It's your main skill.
Holy.
Damn.
No, you don't. Silver doesn't seem to affect vampires any differently than it would any other creature, but werewolves definitely.
Okay.
Okay.
I was
Yeah, responding to Freed's question.
And Freed is tense, so if anybody else is actually like noticing, Freed is tense on that subject.
Ismark replies, I don't know. I don't know why he's so fixated on Irina walking over and uncovering her neck. I think he wants to turn me. I don't know why he wants to turn me, but he's already bitten me twice.
Oh, wait.
Veiling just...
Wait.
Stares.
Alright. My
With
vampire lore, not up to snuff. Wouldn't you already be a vampire if he did that?
Not unless he drinks me dry. He's been prepared.
Maybe he just really thinks you taste good. Like a wine.
Solus, before you make an idiot of yourself again, can you make holy water?
Oh, can I sanctify water through a ritual? Yes, I can do that, though it would take me 10 minutes per vial, and I would need a spell, so I would need to only be able to do it a couple times every day. It would be difficult to get too many bottles. I could probably only make 3 a day, and it would take me 30 minutes to actually produce them. Why?
We should
holy water for something.
We should put holy water on Irina. That way, he won't bite her again. In
but then
fact,
she'd be like all wet and could get ill and then die.
We don't have to cover her in it, just the bite area. That way,
then he would just probably bite somewhere else. I mean, it's like, he doesn't have to bite the neck. He probably is just the easiest. He could probably bite her on the wrist. It would be just as good. If you ever cut your wrist, very dead. Very dead.
Is just going to ask, as with small little sparks around her fingers, like, can I please shock Charlotte for a moment?
I mean, he's wearing metal, so go ahead.
Could you? Because the level of intelligence right now, she just wants to use shocking grasp on it to see if it will.
I would prefer that you didn't. I am wearing metal armor. It would really hurt.
That's the point.
Well, that's just terrible. Why would you hurt me?
Because you have no tact! Get the tact!
Turning to Irinka before Solus can make himself cool.
You know what? Why don't I just drag Solus out of the room and study that book, see if there's anything useful? Like, I don't know, protection from vampires.
Yeah. Like, so what Valen is going to ask before Solus can continue is, this
Protection.
vampire has bitten you twice already. While this knight in shining armor idea might work, do you have any idea why the attack stopped when your father died? Like, did your father know anything that could have potentially helped to fend them off, or was your father trying to do something to protect you, and once he was dead, they thought the threat was gone?
Well, maybe her father just gave him up. Well, he said that he can't get inside the house if he's not allowed. So if the father was just like, yeah, you can come inside and eat my daughter, it's cool, then he could just do that. I don't know the details of how you were bitten on the neck.
You are messed up, Solus. You would go to the other room right now. Go to the other room.
What? You don't know if that's not true.
Redarko, can I use shocking grasp on Solus?
Do it.
Don't ask me if you can. Just tell me if you are.
Do it.
I would.
Can I do a non-lethal shocking grasp?
Do it.
You killed me with your shocking breast, I would be really impressed.
Again, I'm going to go for non-lethal. Am I allowed, man?
What? You,
Why did you roll my intelligence? Oh, never mind.
Yes, when you reduce a creature to 0 HP, you can choose to leave it alive, unconscious, or to kill it.
Alright, I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
Do it, do it, do it.
Oh my god.
Alright. So, Vaylee just walks up to Solus, grabs him by the arm, and gently, quote-unquote gently, zaps him, and is like, dude, this is an emergency.
Solus backhands you.
Okay, sure. But
Dude!
we need to focus on this. Her life is in danger. All our lives are in danger.
You take 5 damage.
Oh no.
That's fair.
Wait.
Then Solus heals you.
That's
Okay,
fair.
I think at this point we can agree that we're going to need to rest up so we're at full strength before we go fighting off, you know, vampires and werewolves. But
And Solus coughs up blood onto his hand.
why
It
are
was
you coughing
just a-
up blood?
Oh, I was not fully healed at all from the fights inside the mansion. So, I still have slash wounds inside my chest. The shock therapy I just got. Not fun. And then he, like, throws up.
Nice.
Okay, so
Passes out.
we're clearly not going anywhere today. Mostly because I cannot move his body. So,
Alright, so you feel a gigantic shaking and Tiamat comes out of the sky. Enjoy that.
Mom?
like an actual dragon?
I said Tiamat.
Oh god, the five-headed dragon queen of... No, is the five-headed dragon queen? Is Dragon Queen her title or Dragon God? No, Dragon God is Bahamut. Otherwise, we're dead. We're dead, is what he's telling us.
It is the Tiamat is the primordial goddess of the salt sea.
Evil.
It's all good. 600 health. You guys will get it. It's fine.
Wow,
I
she's a
think
little
we,
bit, I thought
I
she'd be
think we pissed him off.
What's it called? Oh, please. Its armor class is trash. You guys will. You guys,
Trash.
What is it, like 19?
you guys could definitely hit it if you just roll a nat 20. It's fine.
Every single roll.
Are
Yeah, it's all good. It's fine.
About 15 turns each.
okay, is this
And,
really
she
happening
deals-
or
And she deals. Let's see. What is it? 40, 10 plus 10 plus 46 plus 46. That's fine. That's nothing. You guys
What
will
is
eat
happening? What is this giant thing?
that. I was getting annoyed. All right.
Okay, you're not actually killing us right now.
No, I'm not gonna fucking murder you with a giant dragon.
Can you grapple the dragon?
God, if I'm gonna murder you guys, at least I'm gonna do it with tact.
with flavor.
Yeah,
try to.
I'll do it with flavor. I'm just gonna.
I do wish
throw
to ask,
Tiamat.
though.
Yeah.
After we kill the dragon, can we loot her?
Good lord.
Although I would like to say
Can you
this.
grapple the dragon?
We
and
should
hold
probably
on
be getting some serious
slowly
XP
punch
right
some of
now.
its health away while attached to it.
Yeah, Tiamat's like worth 155,000 next.
Can we
Alright,
get some XP from the house at some point?
No. All right. So let's just keep going. So. Okay. Ismark, in the midst of all of your talking, is like, all right, listen. The plan is we need to get IRENA out of the city. There is a village encampment. There is a place that we can go, which is safer than here. It's called Valaki, and it's west. It's perhaps a day and a half travel, so we will be traveling for a while, but it will be worth it.
Soulless gurgles. For effect.
Gurgle. Nice.
Are there any supplies we should get before we go?
A lot.
Is there anything you guys could maybe lend us to help in any way? Or to at least prepare us? Because we have no idea where we're going, do we?
Do you have any health potions?
For Solace?
For everybody.
Checking my
You did kind of KO the party healer, yeah.
Quarterstaff I can. I have. Oh, like that's a python. I have 10 rations.
Rations don't heal, though.
I know. I don't have any potions.
Is there
Yeah,
is there a
we need to
healer
visit
in town we
apothecary.
can pick up supplies from?
And Freed wants to visit the blacksmith, if there is one.
The citizens of Barovia will not help you. They can barely help themselves. Too frightened of their own image. They
Oh,
won't even
fuck's sake.
They won't even move outside the village. Most will not even talk to you, and those that will, well, that advice is just about as good as talking to a tree.
Yeah, well, a tree can burn when it's caught on fire.
So do Barovians.
No.
That's a shitty metaphor.
No.
Solo stands up.
No
So-
wonder people here are not
Clearly-
safe.
Couldn't you cast heal on yourself before we rest?
No, I healed you with my last spell slot.
Why would you heal? And she just looks away.
No, Solus puts his hand on your shoulder and says, "It's because I forgave you." for attacking me for no reason.
Okay. Will
Quick, someone just shocking grasped life at us.
Believe, don't try to put words to it.
One
Just
last-
accept
Is-
it.
Just
is Ari
one
safe
good
working?
last hit. Come on, guys. One good one good one. And
Is
got him
Oh.
right where you guys want him. Just one good smack.
Hey, I was peer pressured into playing a good character. I'm role playing a good character.
I know. No, I know.
We love it.
Okay, so
I'm having fun. I'll be honest. I'm having fun.
Are-
I hope you guys do.
we can't get anything while we're here because there are no shops that'll help us.
Correction, they won't help us willingly. I am gonna get
No.
shit done one way or another.
Most
Liz?
of them,
They want to stand in
Most
my
of-
way, I will walk over them.
most of them won't even acknowledge you.
Hey,
Fabulous! That
Yes,
means I
Mark.
can loot whatever the fuck I want and they won't stand in my way.
hey.
See, he
Yes,
gets
Mark.
it.
Real quick, Valen asked, is there anything we could check for the house?
Before you even get a chance to, I'm sorry. So
Sorry,
No
I
worries.
think I got trouble again.
the Ismark responds, yes.
Do
What
you
was
have a bed that I could borrow?
No. Yes,
By
what?
all means, the guest rooms are upstairs. Please forgive their condition.
Could
but
you? I don't know where. I've never been here before.
Okay.
and almost
Irina, can you show him to the rooms?
Freed picks up Solus.
I don't need to be picked up. I can stand. It's fine.
Could you
He's like walking.
even
He's like
lift him?
standing up.
Any characters wishing to sleep at the moment can follow Irina. She'll guide you to the upstairs.
A good night's rest would be recommended. Mostly because my abilities are zilch.
I've
Yeah, I'm not
already
everything.
had a very nice rest.
We get full benefit from 6-hour rest, right?
I'm sleeping in a bed.
Full healed. Get all your stuff back.
Hmm?
If you take a long rest, you get full healed and get all your stuff back.
Yeah, but I mean, like, before you guys get up, if I can do it while getting the benefits of a long rest, I would like
Oh,
to
do
be
what?
taking a look at the spell book.
No, looking at a spell book requires concentration, which foregoes your benefit of rest.
I also think it takes a really long time and money and paper.
Okay.
Copying a spell book. Hold on, there's actually
I-
rules that govern.
I'm not ready to, like, copy the spell book, but I would like to know, like, what spells are in it.
Oh, just to identify which spells are in it.
Yes.
That's fine. However, sorry, hold on. So you don't. All right, so yeah, you can read it. That's fine. You'll
Okay.
be able to just see what it is. Mind you, again, you will have to concentrate a bit on looking at it. So you'll be able to identify the spells. That's fine. But
Right,
you won't be able to actually do anything with them until you copy them.
Right. I would like to get an ID
Yeah.
before, like, after I've
Yeah,
taken a
just-
full rest, but before we
I
head out.
understand. Alright, so you found a thing.
A yellow bound spell.
I know, a spell book that has some particular spells in it. One of which being. Alright, so you find a spell book that has the following spells: Disguise Self, Identify, Mage Armor, Magic Missile,
Hold on.
Protection from Evil and Good, Dark Vision, Hold Person, Invisibility, and Magic Weapon.
Hold on. I missed things between disguise self and dark vision.
I was just chatting it up, but
Oh.
there, I put it in the chat.
Thank you.
No prob.
And this was in Leona's room, right?
No, they found this book. They found this spell book a while ago.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Like in the death house.
Could I have a scene with Irina while she shows me up to the rooms?
Sure.
Irina. That's your name, right?
Yes.
Got a
It
terrible
is.
memory for those.
Irina is my name, yes.
He like looks at her and stands up straight, even though he's like clearly in like a bunch of pain. Is this?
Mhm.
I won't let him get you. When you're under my guard, not a single harm will come to you, or I will have died first. And even after that, I still won't let it happen.
She blushes and smiles. Thank you for offer of protection. Of course, it's not like I can't fight for myself as well, but it is certainly nice knowing that I'm in the care and protection of such a skilled adventurer.
Oh, what
smiled.
kind of fighting do you do?
I need to sleep.
Of course, the best of us do. Here is the rooms that we can give you. As a matter of fact, it is a hallway with 4 different rooms, so divide amongst yourselves. They're all rather nice rooms too. Or rather, they were. They're in a state of pretty bad disarray.
Hmm.
The beds are comfy though.
So it's like de-armors and gets to fucking sleep. Let's go.
There it is, boys.
I'm not actually going to go to any of the rooms to sleep. I'm just gonna chill out, sit in a chair, maybe take a nap for a bit, but mostly not have much to do.
Hmm. Veiling would wait until everyone is chosen their room. Then for the remaining rooms, probably go in and out, searching if there is anything she could probably take discreetly. Nothing valuable.
I mean, no, there's. I mean, if you're not looking for valuables, then you gotta give me an idea of what you're looking for.
Basically, she's looking for if there was anything useful left behind, like maybe a bit of money or maybe some sort of a potion or something. Basically, items that could be used later down the road that have just been left by previous inhabitants.
All right,
But nothing like jewelry.
All right, I mean, a cursory search of the room, or a cursory search of, doesn't seem to reveal anything of notable
Useful?
use. Yeah.
Can I perform an investigation check? Would that help?
I mean, you're free to do that, but I do not believe it will help.
Okay. Moving on then.
Okay.
So it's just Freed and Aileen, right? Aileen?
Valine?
Aileen.
Yes.
No.
about
The girl?
Leona?
Irina?
Irina, thank you. Sorry, I misspelled the name then.
No problem.
I don't know. Oh, it's an Yzma for some reason. What the hell? What did I get Yzma from?
Nice, Yzma.
How is it spelled? Irina?
Pull the lever. It's Irene.
Why do we even
so-
have that lever?
Freed is gonna stand in front of Irina, and he does not look happy. And of course, the pale skin, the red eyes, blue pupils, and whatnot, the oily, nasty hair. He's gonna take that off, pull his scarf down, and then put his hands together, and he's gonna bow to her. And basically, I'm saying the same oath that I have been in the position to deal with false ownership, and I will protect your freedom with my life. And he's
Very
gonna stand back up and then walk into the room.
All right.
I want to add a character. Point out the differences between our oaths. One of us said, "I will protect you with my life." The other one said, "I will protect your freedom with my life." Very, very specific difference.
Thank you for catching that.
I just think it's kind of funny.
So I kind of want to, as you guys are all like crashing in bed, I kind of want to see, Am I allowed to request a perception check from the rest of the group?
Depends on what you're trying to perceive.
Solus doesn't perceive. He fails.
Freed's gonna take off his robes. He's gonna sit down on the ground in standard, just like he's kneeling on the ground. He's gonna pull the sword out, investigate it, and he's gonna take a grinding stone to it, and he's gonna sharpen it.
I mean,
this is his tradition thing.
I mean,
after that, he's gonna oil it.
So long as you have the materials to do that, it's it's not a problem. You don't have to.
Whetstone and I have oil, so this is something that he hasn't done in a while, and feels that now that he has a new longsword, which is a preferred weapon, he is going to claim ownership of this sword. So he's going to sharpen it, clean it, and then oil it.
Okay, that's fine. You can go ahead and do that if you would like. How long does that take about?
He's gonna spend like a good 30 minutes sharpening it, and then like a couple minutes wiping and cleaning and oiling it.
All right, so about 45 minutes altogether.
Yeah.
All right. So just know that your character may wake up a little bit later than the rest.
Well, I thought we were doing the full 8-hour sleep.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. Word. Okay, so everyone goes to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo!
And
I'm curious, did anybody hear that?
What?
Does anybody hear Freed in the other room actually sharpening his sword?
Probably not.
I probably do, because I'm not really going to bed.
Solus does not.
No, Solus really does not.
Leona wouldn't care.
But again, I highly doubt anyone would hear. No, I don't think they would.
I mean,
the walls are well insulated. And honestly, I mean, have you ever? I'm sure you've sharpened a stone with sharpened a sword with a whetstone. It's not exactly like it makes a lot of a terrible amount of noise.
The heavier the stone and the heavier the sword, the longer the strokes, it can lead to louder sounds. Actually,
I was actually sharpening some knives yesterday, and yeah, it's not the
knives are quiet.
It's not
like
loud,
when a sword gets
but...
long and heavy, when a sword gets long and heavy when you're doing a sword, this very long scratches, like when you're doing not scratches, but like the long strokes can get actually kind of loud.
Yeah.
I understand that, but the point is, no, I highly doubt anyone.
But not I can hear you through a wall loud.
If they don't hear it, it's okay. It'll come back in the future.
If I did hear it, you're a sword fighter. Of course you'd be taking care of your weapons.
So it doesn't matter. All right. So everybody wakes the fuck up. Cock-a-doodle death. So...
Upon waking up, Solus exercises, then prays, then goes for looking for food.
All right.
This process takes him 30 minutes.
I'm gonna...
No, 45 minutes, I'm sorry.
All right.
In the 45.
Leona's gonna...
Is anyone doing anything else?
Leona's gonna head downstairs and just...
I think the first... as soon as everybody got up and together again, considering what just happened the night before, after remembering, Rayling would ask where the sister is, because she's been bitten twice. Is she okay?
Uh-huh. Who would you be asking?
Once we got together in the group, she'd be asking everybody in the group, in general.
Sure.
I don't know.
That'd be 45 minutes away, though. So, I don't... So I was just asking if anyone had any other morning routine that would start, that would take about, 45 minutes or so.
Okay.
Now,
are there people, active downstairs, or is it just us up at this point?
You can tell that Irena and Ismark are awake and functional.
But I'm gonna
Yeah.
offer
Other
to
than
help
that-
cook breakfast.
All right. They graciously accept your assistance for help. I would like you.
You're done. Oh no, I'm gonna have a chance to burn breakfast.
Oh fuck yeah, you are.
For all survival.
Nah.
Performance.
I was thinking about it, but I doubt it. Because your ability to cook breakfast is not based on your charisma.
I'll be honest, if they're helping her, she probably doesn't even have to roll for it. It's like a thing. Like, you'd have to actively suck to fuck it up.
Technically, I'm helping them, not the other way around.
You're right, but you'd have to really fucking blow to fuck up breakfast when you're not the only one cooking it. But
It's Leona, so.
let's find out exactly. So what you're gonna have to do, it's just the way it is. Man, why did they get rid of the fucking breakfast cooking skill? No, I'm kidding, but there may as well have been.
I think there used to be a cooking skill in 2.0.
Yeah, I think they're I think they're all the way back, going back to 2.0, but there used to be more relevant skills. I don't know why this is like this. Go ahead and roll Go ahead and roll in survival, Leona. You didn't burn it. If breakfast sucked, it's not your fault. All right.
While Leona is cooking breakfast, Freed's gonna go ahead. He gets up, puts his clothes on, grabs his sword, and he grabs all of his, everything. Hikes downstairs, bows his head to Leona and the group, and he's gonna step outside and he's gonna sit outside in the sun in the front porch and just kind of sit and meditate.
Okay, cool.
I'm not gonna bother them, but I'm gonna be a bit checking up on someone because they're outside.
So while I'm cooking breakfast, I'd like to know, are we traveling by foot or cart?
They respond, well, it would probably be more secure to travel on foot. Not to mention the fact that we don't exactly have a cart with which to travel. So it will be on foot.
Okay, so we gotta be careful on what supplies we take. Are there any plans to return, or is the plan to take what you want to keep?
Well, you can do what you lot can do what you want once we get to Valaki. If you'd like to return, no one is stopping you. But as for IRENA, it would be much safer if... as for IRENA, and then she continues, it would be much safer if I remained in Valaki.
The question was more of, are we talking pack the essentials, or are we talking pack as much as we can carry? Because we can help you carry things. If there's...
It's a day and a half trip. I don't anticipate needing much. But no, don't worry about it. We've got the money that we have. And other than that, well, we'll have to make do when we get to Valaki.
In this sort of place, a trip could get awful lot longer.
That is exactly and precisely why we have hired you.
Breed's outside. I don't hear any of this shit.
Nope.
Solus comes into the room,
Okay.
shirtless, because that's how he sleeps.
Okay.
And he's just like,
Put on a shirt, dude.
What?
Breakfast is almost ready. Get
We're
yourself ready
guests.
for the table.
Oh. I haven't been a guest in anywhere of repute for a very long time.
What?
Guess I should put on clothes. I don't have traveling clothes. It's not right to wear chainmail. I have to check my pack. And he walks upstairs, very, very much in depth of thought if he actually has a shirt.
Nice.
No comments.
All right. I'm thinking. I'm not thinking. I'm way too to be thinking right now.
Solus finds Freed and asks if he has a bonus shirt.
Nice.
Reed's outside. You have to walk back downstairs.
Like he looks for him. I imagine he eventually finds you. Hey, Freed, you're like only a little bit smaller than me. Do you have a shirt?
Without opening his eyes, Freed pulls his hand in his pack and pulls out a. Actually, you know, I think I do. I don't say that, no, but his eyes are closed. He doesn't say anything. I think I actually have. Where is it? Wearing chain armor, traveler's clothes, which is what I'm wearing. Obsidian cloak. No, yeah. Freed takes the obsidian cloak out of his pack that he was wearing, and he hands it to you without opening his eyes. He's completely.
But it's just like this is just like a cloak, though. Do I wrap it around my chest?
You wrap it around your dick.
I have pants.
No, use the pants for the shirt.
That's a terrible idea. I would really. My chest is much broader than my pants. I would rip them apart if I did that.
Well, you could also wear the pants on your head.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't have pants.
It's on the ground.
Oh my
You have
god.
them on your head.
Hold on. I'm actually
Face on
seeing
the
mine.
Solus goes and asks Bran if he has an extra shirt.
Bran, you got your
Round through the pack for a bit. Come up with this tattered gray shirt, which I guess called.
And like,
Tattered
Bran,
gray shirt.
how big is Bran?
Pretty fucking big. No, I don't know. How big is Bran, dude?
How tall is Bran?
How tall is Brad? Ah!
How Bran is big.
Actually,
Massive
so
boy.
How big are you? How tall are you?
Ironically, I think Leona has an extra shirt.
Yeah, but Leona's like half my height.
Yes, but like it's a looted shirt, not actually a shirt that she bought.
You should totally give it to Solus.
Yeah, well, yeah, it wouldn't be big enough. It wouldn't be big enough for Souls. Yeah.
It's fine. Like he'll put it on even if it's too small. It'll just be like hilarious. He comes down with like a shirt that's, like way too tight, and he might as well be shirtless at that point.
Oh god, it would probably be better if he was shirtless. Ugh.
Yeah. So we have that scene. Solus comes back in with the brand shirt. And he's just like, I found a shirt, but I feel like it doesn't fit properly. And he's like a skin-tight gray shirt.
Kinky.
Brilliant.
What?
So, will this work? Because I really don't feel like eating in my chainmail again.
Oh,
Seems just slightly traumatized.
This is directed towards like Bismarck and Irena, because he doesn't want to offend them.
Oh god. Oh god.
Ladies, no comment. Just eating her breakfast in silence.
Alright.
She said enough already.
Min?
Yeah.
How do Bismarck and Irena react? Because he's actually asking them, like, is this okay? Am I offending you?
Oh.
Because he's got this, like, really, really tight little mini shirt.
I see. They turn around and just...
I couldn't find my own, so I borrowed from one of my companions, but they're significantly smaller than I am.
I think you should take that and give it back.
So, just go shirtless, because I don't have any replacements.
I would be more comfortable seeing your nipples than not seeing your nipples in that shirt.
Solus takes the shirt off and then, like, brings it back to Bran.
I take it
Look at it for a couple seconds, and just stuff it back and forget that that happened.
Yeah, I'm sorry if that's a little stretched out. I'm just not my hole.
The collar looks like bacon.
Oh.
Lois goes back down.
It wasn't a
and,
good
like,
shirt anyway.
sits and like, all right, time for food.
All right.
What did we make actually? Because I didn't take lead.
Yeah, no. I love the concept of everyone sitting at the table like, all right, let's eat breakfast. Leona like, man, I wonder what's on the menu. It's just like you fucking cooked it. How do you not fucking know? I don't know, man. They gave me a pepper, I cut it. They gave me an egg, I cut it.
Was it a cooked egg? That's the question.
Good Lord, no.
So there's a shell with the egg.
Okay. There's hot food fare. Nothing too much, nothing in excess. Basically just enough for the group that is here. There are eggs. There is some meat product. I'd imagine some kind of ham or fry. Some kind of pan-seared ham. There is some plain oatmeal. And just breakfast food of the like. Nothing in excess, but just enough for the company that's here.
While Solus is eating, he says, "Oh, you know what I could have done? I could have pulled the gambeson out of my chainmail and worn that. It's a padded shirt. It wouldn't have looked all that great, but it would have worked.
Oh,
I always forget that can be pulled out.
I think Gambison can be quite stylish.
Well, I mean, the one that I have is just like brown and has slash marks in it. I've yet to fix it. I can't actually sew, just fix armor and metal and such. So I've never gotten to fixing that bit. It would have slash marks.
Yes. Well, hindsight 2020. As much fun as I am having, being, with all of this, I'm going to have to put forward the motion to wrap up.
Yes.
I think we're all falling asleep.
Wrap up for tonight, if that's okay.
I
with
think that
everyone.
was great.
Sure.
That's
All
fine.
right.
I have some pretty
Thank you.
interesting ideas I want to explore.
Thank
ready?
you very much.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you guys for understanding.
I'm ready to get right into that tomorrow.
Solus, sorry. Solus, if at some point over, whenever the two of you have some time to focus on it, if you could just help Valine get the character up to level 3.
Gotcha.
Thank you very much. Because I know you min-max way better than I do.
I mean, min-max, I just know how to make characters.
Yeah, you just know how to build characters. I'm not too good at building characters. All right, mechanically. All right, so thank you very much. All right.
Have a good night.
All right. Yeah, everyone have a great night. And see you all next week, same time, same place.
I have a lot of ideas. A couple ideas I really want to write in now. Yeah.
Well, you need to know how fucking tall you are first. Step 1. Because now you're canonically significantly shorter and smaller than Solus.
Hey.
Well, we made the joke, so it's canon.
Fair point.
He's not going to be that short, but he is going to be lean.
Wait, how tall is everyone?
All right. Vath?
Solus?
I gotta say this. Leveling your character from 1 to 3 is like going to be a significant process. So I can't just like give you a list of stuff you would get.
Mm-hmm.
So we would have to like sit down for a bit at some point to do it.
All right.
Be easier in voice chat for me at least. So whenever you're available for that next, if I'm around, hit me up.
Mm-hmm.
Right now I'm tired and I have work tomorrow, so
No worries. You're going to get some sleep.
see you guys.
Yep. But really, how tall is everybody else?
I am.
Rate's 5'11".
Mm-hmm.
I am tall but thin. I need to get fixed stuff.
This is in character, right?
No.
Oh, you thought I was mentioning it in real life.
Yes.
I meant the character-wise.
Oh, character. Oh, yeah, I was second.
Mhm.
No. In real life, I am incredibly tall.
I believe that.